Welcome back.
I made it back to America.
Finally, because you're in the great state of Nebraska. Horrible.
Terrible state of Nebraska.
And you just got back. And how was it?
Pain, struggle, suffering. You think it was cold here?
Yeah.
It was routinely -5 and below that there.
And that's an issue?
And it was an issue because my flame was dampened, my red hair.
Oh, wait, it was dampened?
Yeah, because it snowed as well, even though it said there was 0% chance of snow.
But there was snow. There's
snow.
never a 0% chance of anything.
Exactly.
Except for you getting a date.
Whoa.
Oh, I'm kidding. It just felt
unreal.
relevant. I was being really judgmental there, you could say.
At the end of the episode, we're renaming Judgmental Jake. The votes are in, the names are in, and we have a new name.
Yes, we do. And we definitely know what it is.
I know what it is.
I mean, you know what it is. But we'll get there, so make sure to stick around for episode 162 of the pod. So did you...
Welcome back to 162, the number of the episode.
Immediately just interrupt me.
Wow.
It's good. Yeah, back at episode 162, Dane is back. And some people say you were stuck in Nebraska, but
Yes.
I have another theory. Mm-hmm. I think you got stuck at that house you were trying to get your other package from.
What other package?
Do you remember a few weeks ago we were discussing it?
Oh, yeah.
And you said you had to get one package, and
Yes.
it was kind of mysterious. You know where the guy was. And,
He was mowing, allegedly.
But then you had to go back and get another. And I had not
Yes.
seen you. I at least I don't believe I've seen you since that point. And I was
Probably.
worried, like, did you get stuck going back to his house?
Well, I'm supposed to go back because I have another package that's
Another
been there
one?
for like 2 weeks now.
Wait, is that the one that's the one I was talking about?
Yeah. And
Why didn't you go back and get it?
because it's been snowy and I've been busy and I don't want to drive to the other side of the planet to try and get this package that's just a shirt.
What kind of shirt?
It's a Carhartt shirt that I bought discounted on the eBay.
I feel like that is worth going to get.
I know, it's long sleeve,
Hear me out.
too.
You're going to go there, and
Maybe.
the guy, he's gonna be in the shirt.
He better not be wearing my shirt.
You'll be like, I need you to rip off your shirt right
Give
now.
me that shirt.
And Sing Speeds, you'd probably like that. So
No, that's not true.
I don't know.
Not true. I just want my Carhartt shirt.
Okay, well, you should go get your Carhartt shirt because the roads are fine.
Side note, I beat Lindsay at Monopoly.
Please dig into that.
She was destroyed in Monopoly.
Please dig into that right now. I need to know more.
So I went up there to Nebraska to visit sheep.
Wait.
What?
You were in Nebraska?
No, I was never in Nebraska. I was
Guys,
trapped.
he was in Nebraska. Crazy.
Never. So I went to go visit sheep because it was his first birthday.
Shout out.
He did a very good job at living for an entire year. Wow.
It is difficult to do.
Very consistent for him.
Yes, way to go.
Which, especially with the number of things that he tried to do to less keep living. Like
Yeah.
I got him a few toys. I got him.
I heard you had some toys for him.
I wanted him cat ears
Yep.
in case he wanted to be a furry.
Yeah.
And his dad didn't like that. But yeah, he tried to eat the ball that I tried to give him, and then we had to take away the ball.
Yeah,
'cause
yeah.
He kept trying to do that.
Yeah.
But I get into a little bit later some of the things that were my most proud moments of him on his first birthday.
Okay.
But while I was up there, we played Monopoly, and I absolutely dominated in Monopoly. I had over $13,000.
Did you cheat?
No. Okay, I cheated twice.
Okay.
Lindsay, you never saw it. Daniel, you also never saw it. What was it?
Breaking news.
And here's the thing. They're going to be like, oh, Dane, you probably did it while we were sleeping and you went upstairs and you stole money then.
Sleeping?
No.
You don't play the game. You don't take breaks
Well,
in Monopoly.
I know, that's what I said. But Lindsay and Daniel, Lindsay, like, past 7:30 p.m., she, like, can't make sense of the world or what math is or how to spell or how to talk.
Is that
at
why
all.
she said some wild stuff in the voice memos last week?
Yeah,
I
'cause
feel like you did those late at night.
It was like 8 o'clock. And
Yeah,
she was
she was
like,
out of it.
She was like, oh, la, 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 la.
That was actually what she sounded like. It was crazy.
But I did not steal whenever they were asleep upstairs and maybe I got up before them or I stayed up later. It was in
Yeah.
front of their faces.
Yeah.
Like I put $200 on the board to buy a property. Mm-hmm. And they were like, okay, here's the property. And they never like picked up the money to put it in the bank. And I was like,
So this is mine now.
so I just grabbed it and put it back in my pile. I had $200. And then
Well, who is the banker?
Lindsay was the banker.
Yeah, that's on her.
Yeah, and it was on her right side. I was sitting on her left side. And I set it like right in front of her to like grab it and put it away.
Yeah.
Waited like, I think Daniel went and then Lindsay went and it was my turn again. And I was like, well, I'm just picking up this money and putting it back in the bank or in my stack.
Yeah.
Also, when we first started, I was handing Lindsay the money, and I kept a $500 for myself and put it in my lap.
I think that's allowed though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because that's the tax. I mean, when you have to travel all that way to visit for Shepard's birthday.
Yep, Shepard Thomas
You
Reed.
deserve a little bonus here.
Exactly.
And I think that $500 was justified.
It was justified. And so what I'm saying is, did I cheat? Depends on how you look at it.
Yeah.
And then, but here's what I'll say. If the government gave you a free property, would you say, no, I want to pay for it, government?
No.
Or would you say, thank you so much for giving me free
they
things?
mistakenly give you it.
Yes.
And the issue is, then they'll come back in a few years and be like, hey, you actually owe us $400,000 for this. And you're like, wait, whoa, what?
And 8 years in jail because we hate you.
Yeah, they do that too much.
They do that a lot.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, even though the game says bank error in your favor, then you make money.
Yeah.
No, that's not how it works. Bank error in your favor, now they're suing you.
Going back to the Monopoly issue.
Yes.
What kind of Monopoly guy are you? Because they have like a million different versions. Like, are you classic Monopoly? Are you junior Monopoly? Star Wars Monopoly? What kind of route?
I don't really like...
Or the credit card Monopoly.
Dude, so, no.
Yeah, that one's stupid. That was the beginning of the end for, honestly, culture as a whole.
Culture, credit cards?
Yeah. Well, the credit card Monopoly, that was when you knew it was going to be bad for future generations.
I don't like regular Monopoly that much because I think the names are just boring. I think that's
Boardwalk
boring.
and Park Place?
Yeah, that's boring.
What's wrong with Baltic Avenue?
Boring.
Park Place?
Boring.
Oh, man. Free parking. That's nice.
I like free parking.
Free parking's nice.
So the version I own is the Yellowstone version.
Oh, you're one of those. They have those on discount, I feel like, a lot at Target.
Yeah, it's very okay.
Yeah.
The one that is probably my favorite I can't find anywhere is Dogopoly. Because the most expensive space is the Great Dane space.
Really?
Yeah. And because it goes by size of dog. Okay. All the way to
and you're one of the big dogs? Woof, woof?
I'm a big dog. And then Chihuahua's the small dog. Lindsay.
Yes, yes. What kind of dog is Shepherd?
Shepherd is more like a greyhound, like an Italian greyhound, with potential to grow into a German Shepherd.
Okay, I like that. That is good.
A German
he does
Shepherd.
seem kind of have those German tendencies.
Well, and our last name is Biesmeyer. Well, my last name, theirs is Reed now. Which Biesmeyer, very German.
Yes.
So Shepherd's somewhat German, and he's a shepherd. Or shepherd, if you will. So German, shepherd.
You should teach him how to...
Dougie?
Well, Dougie, number one, yes. But
Obviously.
number two, how to use a slingshot.
Ooh, low key.
Because as a shepherd, he might have to take down some giants.
Listen, he's not David.
Hey, I didn't say he was David, but just in case.
David is a hero of the faith.
Just in case. And Shepherd isn't?
Not yet.
Okay, that's true. But that's what you need to teach him now. How to use...
I use slingshots. I had that taken away as a child.
Yeah.
The only other cool thing that I did this week is, so at...
Do you have to conceal carry a slingshot?
Yes.
Okay, I was curious.
Let's go with yes.
Yes, okay.
So the other thing that I did that was cool this week was at our youth group, I have a promotional strategy for our D-Now or Light Co weekend that's coming up, right?
You go or you get kicked out.
Basically. And so it's our conference that we're doing in town. You guys may be familiar with what we're doing here. And so I wrote out an entire, I have my lessons that I'm teaching on stage and things like that. This week's was pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But then also, I have promotional strategy every week. What am I doing leading up to the weekend? And it gets progressively different and highlights a different aspect of what's going to be happening at the weekend.
Yeah.
Maybe in a microcosm kind of way.
Okay.
The kids have no idea what's happening, but there's layers to this playa.
Yeah.
And so
there's layers to this playa. Yeah. There we go.
Tiramisu. So this week, we're going to have a hot dog eating contest at the weekend where two girl leaders who asked me if they could do it since November. It's crazy.
That's wild. That's like me back at K-Life trying to do the DJ stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a silent DJ.
Yeah. They'll be like, can I please be DJ? But months, even DJ is better.
But for a hot dog eating contest.
Yeah. Which hot dogs, I'm not a big fan of hot dogs. But these two girls asked me, they've been doing it. So one's in the middle school ministry, one's in the high school ministry. So I asked the middle school, so here's what happened. I was like, hey, women's coordinator girl who works with me.
Yes.
I want you to do it. And she goes, no.
Understandable.
And I was like, okay. And then she doesn't like being on stage anyways.
Mm-hmm.
And so then I asked the girl who was wanting to do it. And then I come to find out she's allergic to red meat. And
okay, but
I said, how are you going to do a hot dog eating contest?
There's a lot of meats in hot dogs.
I know, most of which are red.
Yeah, valid.
So then I was like, why'd you want to do a hot dog contest? Blessings.
Thank you.
And if you're allergic to red meat, she goes, oh, I didn't know I was doing this. I was like,
You volunteered.
I was like, this is a whole different problem. We're handling this tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
tonight, so you can't do it tonight. And she goes, no. And I go, okay, cool. And then I asked a different guy to do it, and he goes, yes. So then what I'm going to do is, so at the weekend, we're having the two girls go against each other in hot dog costumes.
Yeah.
And the loser has to wear the hot dog costume the rest of the weekend. And
So if you win, are you the biggest weenie, or is a loser considered the biggest weenie?
Super Weenie Hut Jr.
Super Weenie Hut Jr. is the loser.
Yes.
So what's the winner?
Just regular Weenie Hut Juniors.
Okay, I had to get some clarification there. Also, one other thing. You said they're both college students, right?
No, neither.
Oh. Well,
They're mid-20s people. So they're just out of college.
okay,
girls.
I was going to say, if they're college students, I feel like they wanted to be in this contest because they probably didn't have a good meal plan.
True.
They didn't know where their next meal is going to come from. Hot dog eating contest, you solve some issues.
That's true. You do solve a lot of issues.
Yeah, really quickly. So you'd be fed for days.
For days.
Yeah.
So they're going to do that at the weekend. And then, so I was like, okay, how do I like demonstrate or show this or like get the idea aspect around it for the kids? I asked this guy to do it, and he's going to eat one Costco hot dog on stage for us that night. And then behind him on our giant LED screen that we have,
Joey Chestnut.
I had Joey Chestnut
There we
screen
go.
recorded.
There we go.
In the background, and we were going to see how many hot dogs Joey Chestnut could eat in the same time it takes this guy Skyler to eat one hot dog.
Well, knowing off of a historical hot dog eating contest, I believe the record was maybe just over 80 over 10 minutes, which I
something like
believe in his first minute of eating, he typically downs like 15 plus dogs.
Well, what's your guess?
For how long for him to eat one compared to
Joey
Joey?
Chestnut, yes.
Joey probably ate 17.
Very close. It was 16.
Did it take about a minute for him to eat it?
I didn't really time it. The video itself, we recorded like 3 minutes worth of it just in case.
Okay.
And
I say if it took you 3 minutes to eat a hot dog, you got problems.
He
you got to
ate-
turn in your man card.
well, he said it was very dry and cold, and I was like, listen, we didn't pick it. The Costco made it.
I can. Well, did you not get him like high C to dip it in?
No.
Dang it! That's the issue.
He
He's
even
got to
has-
soak the dog.
He was like, "Can I have something to drink?" No.
No.
Can I I don't know, take breaks? No.
It's just one hot dog. Just eat it.
So he did it in about 16 dogs. It was crazy.
That's insane.
And then the girl who went up for the high school group afterwards, she did it in 17. So she almost beat this dude in doing it. And so
yeah, that's disappointing. Like it
was kinda crazy.
Honestly, yeah, that's just bad for mankind as a whole.
I know.
Yeah.
So it was quite a wild time, and also reminded us of going to the gym.
Yeah. Well, speaking of gym, not gym, but the
From
gym.
the office.
I have a new hack. I don't know if I've ever mentioned this before, but sometimes, it's hard to get in a workout. And there's different ways why that might be the case, whether you're just not motivated to work out or you're too busy doing XYZ, or you're like, I just have a lot of Instagram reels I need to catch up on. But hear me out.
That's why you don't go to the gym?
No. But you can now do 2-in-1.
Okay.
You can go on one of like the random bikes at the gym.
True.
Or like preferably one where you can kind of sit back and it almost feels relaxing. You're just pedaling.
And scroll.
And then you scroll. And I've done this multiple times because I am notorious for not watching Instagram reels for weeks at a time.
That's true.
Sometimes over a month at a time. And then I start scrolling.
Who
and
gets mad at
scrolling
you about
and
that?
Honestly,
Lauren.
I mean, she's brought it up before. She's like, it probably would have been more relevant if you would have seen this earlier. I'm like, yeah, true. But also, I'm in group chats with like you and
True.
the Jokes with Jack and
Terrible reels as well.
other people as well. Michael Fuller likes to jump in there.
Joshua
Joshua Schmitz
Schmitz.
jumps in at times. And I usually just have a long list of reels. And I'm like, I'm not the type of person where I can just like casually not go back and rewatch. I have to rewatch. That
Dang
might
it.
be part of my tism. I don't know. So if I have a lot to catch up on and I want to get a little workout, knock out 2-in-1, get on one of those bikes, start pedaling and scrolling, and oftentimes I can be there for 40 minutes catching up on all the reels.
So if you're replying, I should just assume you're on the bike?
If you're seeing a lot at once, there's two different factors. If you're seeing a lot of reactions at once and it's probably after 9 p.m., most likely I'm at the gym pedaling.
Dang it.
Like there's a very good chance.
Go to bed.
Because also to keep track, I have to send like a notification to each one, so that way I know I've seen it.
That's true.
But yeah, there have been multiple times where I've where I have gone and done that for like 45 minutes to catch up on all the reels. A lot of them on 2 times speed. So,
Yeah. Well, you have to with the ones that Jack sends. It's the whole book.
Well, and also, but it's always dangerous watching the ones Jack sends in a
watch
public
them out
place.
loud.
I'm like, I have to make sure my headphones are on.
Yep.
And sometimes I got to hide the screen because he sends some questionable stuff. Still watch it, still react to it, but I'm like, oh, Jack.
We should actually cancel him.
I don't know if you can at this point. He said so much stuff. And one of the things he said was last week's joke, which you have not heard yet, and I'll have you rate it later on in the episode. It was one of his cancelable ones, for sure.
Canceling was so 2022. It's not cool anymore.
Yeah,
so people don't care about canceling
and that's why Jack's so free with it. Why
Exactly.
he just kind of goes and says whatever.
Canceling people
whatever.
was just a phase.
Yeah. So that's one hack. If you need to catch up on a lot of Instagram reels and occasional TikToks or whatever else, go in the gym, pedal on a bike. That way, it at least feels like you're not wasting your time. You're going to work out in while catching up. So that is nice, handy, etc. Something else I did this past week is because of the massive snowstorm we've discussed that hit everywhere, went sledding.
Why?
And that was actually a reaction of like coworkers and other stuff. Like, you're still sledding? I'm like, of course. It is fun. It is awesome. We had a lot of snow.
Oh, man.
Have a lot of sleds to work with. But originally, Lauren and myself, we went over to like a former... It was like a driving range, but with like really steep like hills over by...
It's called a mountain.
Yeah, it was a mountain. But unfortunately, this mountain, it was a very quick ride. It wasn't too exciting. So after a few runs, I'm like, hey, I got a different place. We got to go over to this Lake Springfield Park, which is near...
I go there.
I mean, just in Springfield. And they have some very long hills.
I think I know where you went now.
Yeah. One of the hills, though, legitimately, it takes 20
minutes
plus seconds to go down the hill. It can easily take 5 minutes to walk back up. Like, it is an exercise. And with how much snow we had between like probably 6 inches to a foot, and sometimes there's like drifts. It's a workout. Like, you are burning like everything. Like, your core hurts, your legs hurt.
It's not
like,
fun anymore, Dad.
the day after, I was feeling it, but it was definitely worth it. There's still some snow on the ground. I might check it out later today. See if it's still
frozen outside.
Which is why
it's so cold.
It's very icy now. So if you're riding now, you're going fast.
Yeah.
But yeah, I went down multiple times. There was someone else who, I don't think he was intoxicated, but he was smoking and definitely having a time while he was trying to sled. He had a dog that was off the leash that was chasing people down. They had to keep yelling at. But they brought a giant inflatable like duck or something that like you typically pull behind a boat on the lake. And it took them forever to like fill it up. And they had it at the top of the hill. They jump on. It doesn't move.
Yeah, it doesn't move.
Yeah. They're like, we need more people. I'm like, don't think it's going to go down. And it was pretty pathetic. But it was massive.
Just watch their destruction.
I'm like, this goes on the water, not on some fluffy snow. Now, if it was all icy, you maybe could have made it down. But
yeah.
It was...
but you wouldn't have made it up if it was all icy.
Yeah. So that was interesting to watch. There's another group of probably like college-age kids.
Punks.
I don't know. Punks. And they
Juveniles.
brought like straight up like snowboarding gear, and were like there were some ramps already built from like snow, so they were like trying to hop it and everything. So that was pretty cool. And the only risky part is at the very bottom of this hill, there is a road where people can drive by, but there's not much traffic. And I'm
in the snow, yeah.
And I'm like, I think I'll be fine. And I wasn't going like very far, but then one of the runs I was going very well, and I'm like starting to go up this, like you hit like a minor dip before you go up to reach the road.
Yeah.
And I'm like, crap, I'm going to go on the road. And I tried to turn to my left, and my hood was covering my face. I'm like, I can't see.
Where am I?
So I'm like, if a car's coming, I am going to die. Luckily, once I went on the road, there weren't any cars nearby. But I'm like, this could have been the end. I could have died sledding.
Man.
But overall, very solid time. Sledding's very elite. If you ever have a chance to go sledding at any age, do it. And then I'm
getting pretty old.
You literally could do it. It's
I
so
could.
Much fun.
Yeah, I can do anything.
There were 2 mornings this week, I heard, because you can't really run in this weather. Rebecca just went sledding by herself, like at 6 a.m. And I'm like, that's different. I know. I heard it. Like, I was just like, man. Why did you sled at 6 a.m. or 6:30? 2 different mornings this week before work. And I'm like, I just do whatever, I guess.
Just get exercise.
You got to do it when you can.
All right.
Only other really update.
At 6 a.m.
I know.
Could you imagine getting up and you're
so
like
cold.
cooking your coffee or like brewing your coffee, cooking breakfast, and you look outside and you just see this woman.
Just well, I mean, she's in the park though doing it, which is also kind of sketchy. 6 a.m. in the park, kind of dark out, icy. Like
you got your mug.
Huh.
All right.
Huh. That looks fun. I'll let her keep doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, but yeah, so that's what she did. Only other thing I really had was starting to change. I mean, it doesn't look like it right now because I have coffee next to me, but I've been doing a lot more like green tea over coffee, and I've found that I'm not crashing as hard. And I just feel like a little better in general.
That's what, like, I don't know that I've ever really crashed. I don't know.
I think you have to go very heavy on the coffee to feel the crash, and I've done that before. Done that before. I do it all the time.
Yeah.
But then the past like week or two, I've been changing out the coffee with more green tea, which still has some caffeine. And I've been functioning pretty well. It not crashing, a little happier, a little less anxiety.
We're gonna get you some hot water and lemon. Call it a day.
I still need the caffeine though.
You don't need that.
I need a little bit.
You just need it to soothe your throat.
Yeah, just need a little bit. Yeah, so that was basically all our updates. I think a lot of stuff has been grinding our gears. You haven't talked in a bit. Just let me know what's been grinding your gears this past week.
Lots
or so.
of things, really.
Ow. Wow, sorry.
So whenever I went to go visit sheep, I was up there in Nebraska.
Wow, you went to Nebraska.
The desolate wasteland. Wow. By the way, stay tuned to the end because we're renaming Judgmental Jake.
And just in case you forgot.
And that's going to grind his gears if you get to the end and start calling him the other name that we...
And the name or names or whatever we're doing here.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Just so you know, the name that we picked, potentially... He said that he doesn't want us to call him that.
You've already told him.
Yeah, so we're definitely going to call him that.
There we go.
So I was in Nebraska, and I'm sitting there, and it's like, and I want to preface, this was probably mostly almost entirely all my fault. But
no, nothing can be your fault.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. So I'm sitting there, and it's snowing, and the world's ending in Missouri, and so then they cancel our church gatherings for Sunday.
No!
And I was like, okay. And then I was like, do I have to use PTO to take this day off? They were like, yes. And I was like, does this count as our one of our 4 Sundays off? And they go, yes. Or no. They said no. They said no. And I said, bet.
Wait, so you had to take PTO.
Yes.
But it didn't count against your Sundays.
Right.
That's good. That would have been bad on their part. It's like, hey, now that counts as one of your 4.
Yeah, I would have been absolutely not. I'm working from home.
Yeah, that would have been dope. I'm glad they did that.
Yeah.
At least.
Yeah, so I took PTO. It was great. And then the next day, I'm like, okay, so Saturday night, it's supposed to snow like 7 to 9 inches. And we're like, okay, cool. And then the next day, on Sunday, it was supposed to snow 10 to 12 inches here. No, not Sunday. No, on Sunday.
It
was
started
supposed to
snowing
snow.
Saturday.
Yes.
And then it went into Sunday, and they canceled early.
Yes.
Because that's when I was recording with Joshua.
Yes.
And you're like, church is canceled. I'm like, well,
yes,
we already recorded.
Saturday night, it snowed 7 to 9 inches. Sunday, it snowed 10 to 12 more inches. So I'm sitting here in Nebraska. What?
You thought by that math, you thought we got 17 inches of snow?
And we did. No, that's what was projected.
Yeah.
We didn't actually get that.
We got like 6 to 8 inches of snow. 6 to 8 inches of snow, give or take.
So I'm sitting in Nebraska, and I'm like, ain't no way we're working in the office tomorrow. I'm just going to work from home here. Spend the night here, work until like 3, and then drive home after my meetings, and then be like, la, 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 stroll in about 8 p.m., eat some dinner, have a wonderful time. And I'm sitting there, it is halftime of the NFC Championship game, and I'm like, wow, this is an epic game. I just watched a terrible AFC Championship game, and now I'm going to watch an awesome NFC Championship. I can't wait to see how this ends. Buzz, looks at phone. Hey, all. It's the Hill City staff group chat.
Yeah.
Hey, all. We will be in offices tomorrow. Unless you have a child, then you can do whatever your heart desires, because having a child means you can get out of everything. What? So then... That's not what they said, but that's basically how I interpreted it.
But just really quick. For work from home, do they allow it?
So what they said was, we are working in the office... Unless your child is out of school that day, then you can do whatever you have to do for that. Or the last thing is, check with your manager on expectations for tomorrow.
I was going to say, though, you don't have a car for the snow.
I know.
And some roads, especially, I'm guessing yours probably weren't shoveled. very well.
So where am I at whenever I get that text?
You're also in Nebraska.
I'm in Nebraska.
I feel like you would have had. Oh.
So I'm like panicking, and I was like, well, I have to drive back because I can't just text my boss and be like, hey,
I'm currently stuck. I mean, don't lie, but you are currently stuck in Nebraska.
Well, the text would have been like, hey, I'm in Nebraska. Hasn't really, it like snowed like 2 inches in Nebraska. Hasn't really snowed in Nebraska. I could totally leave and drive back, but I was really banking on us working from home tomorrow. So can I work from home tomorrow? That would basically be the text that I would have to send my boss. So I was like, I ain't doing that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just be like, hey, I was negligent. So
I think what you should have done, which is probably what you thought now, is you probably should have texted early in the day, like, hey.
I did.
Oh, wait, so you texted early?
I texted my boss and said, hey, are we going to be working from home tomorrow at 3? I said, hey, so we working from home tomorrow? He said, don't know yet.
I feel like that would have been a good point to point out that you're in Nebraska with family and need to know if I need to leave right now or not.
Well, originally I was going to leave Saturday and be back Sunday if it hadn't snowed at all anyways.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was like, hey, so what's the vibes? He said, don't know. And then got that text at 7:30. And I was like, okay, I need to pack up everything. Lindsay and Daniel are at small group. And so I packed up everything. It's like 8 o'clock. Text Lindsay, hey, I need to leave right now. And she goes, we're on our way home. And I was like, oh. I look it up. She's like 20 minutes away. I'm like, Lindsay. And so then she drives back. I go, okay, sheep. Bye.
Then, I thought for a second I thought you were going to take him home with you.
No.
I thought you were about to like, here he is.
Absolutely not.
I got him.
No, I'm not taking
Ladies
care
and gentlemen, we got him.
I'm not taking care of a baby. Maybe whenever he's potty trained, or if it's my baby, then I'll take care of it.
Or if it's my baby, I will take care of it.
Yeah, if it's my baby, sure.
Yeah,
that's about it. Or if I'm babysitting, I'm not taking a baby for an extended stay.
Dang.
Taking a 4-year-old, maybe. Yeah, sure. Yeah. That'd be great. If they're under 3, they're not for me. However, so now I'm driving back. It's 5.5 hours to drive back to Springfield, and Lindsay's making me wait until she gets back. So I say goodbye to Shepherd, blah blah blah. And then the only good news was I absolutely demolished a family-sized lasagna right before this.
Family size is insane.
Well, not like the big like family size.
Oh, so not party size.
Not party size.
Okay.
Family size. Like 2 people
Small
could probably definitely share this lasagna.
That's not family size. That's just a big lasagna.
Well, I cut the crust off of it too, like the edges that aren't very good. It's a stuffer's lasagna.
Okay.
And it was delicious. And then, so then I start driving home. It's -11 when I'm driving home. And I'm like,
Does your heat work?
Yeah, it works, but I have it on
nice.
full blast. And I'm still like slightly cold. And I'm like, that's how cold it is outside, is that my heat's on full blast. My car's completely warm. And it's like, I'm like, man, I really hope my car doesn't break down right now. That's all I was thinking the whole way back.
How was your gear? I mean, you feel like you probably had good winter gear with you just in case. Because you're a hunter, so you probably had like the big jackets, big gloves, just in case.
Well, so I have this Carhartt right here, but I have a bigger Carhartt that's like fuzzy lined, hood on it.
And you had all those.
And then I had my snow boots that I left in. The only thing I didn't really have, I had a what's it called, a long sleeve shirt underneath it. I could zip it up. I have gloves. I have a beanie. The only thing I didn't have was like my overalls that I didn't bring.
Yeah.
Because I never planned on what if I get trapped between Nebraska and Missouri and it's -11 and it's 2 a.m. I didn't plan for that one.
Yeah, that kind of checks out.
So I'm driving all the way back. I stopped and get gas twice because I was scared of breaking down. And being like, I'm not breaking down at this late. I got back at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then go to sleep, wake up at like 7 the next day. Went to work, and Dane was very, very, very tired.
Understandable.
And almost died on the way in because I took an exit off the highway.
And it was icy.
Yeah,
some of them are sketchy.
I did 2 full spins. And
wait, what?
Yeah. It was crazy. So I'm taking this exit, and then I go to turn to get on this road, Chestnut, and then as I'm turning, I'm not going very fast. I want to, like, I'm not risking it just to wreck my car so I can be on time to work or whatever. Everybody knows the roads are pretty icy at this time.
A lot of people did not go into work. I didn't go to work Monday.
That's
I also
what I'm
didn't go
saying.
into work Tuesday. Tuesday I could have, but I was like, nah, I'm working from home.
That's what I'm saying. And that's what I was mad about. I was like, again, this was all my fault. I should have just been home, but I was like, why? We should have worked from home. There's no benefit to coming into the office other than just working together, which is great. However, I'm like, I spun out at this intersection. I did 2 full spins underneath this overpass, and I ended up facing oncoming traffic, and I was like, hello. And then
was there many cars out?
There was like Not many, but there was like a handful.
I was going to say,
Like-
Sunday night when I was driving around, like nobody.
Yeah.
It's great.
Yeah,
it was
same,
awesome.
same.
It was awesome.
When I was getting back Sunday night, everywhere was completely cleared from Nebraska to all the way to Springfield, Missouri. As soon as you hit Springfield, roads are terrible. Like entering Springfield, roads get terrible. That's the only point.
So you didn't really get delayed until you got to Springfield.
Yes. Springfield was the only town at all that had terrible roads that I went through all the way from Nebraska, Omaha, Nebraska to
That
here.
is kind of wild.
Yeah. I was like, hey, Missouri, Springfield specifically, figure it out.
I think they were hitting certain roads very aggressively, and because they hit certain ones so much, some of the roads that you were on at that point weren't really.
Well, I think they hit the
touched.
highways first because you need to be able to get packages and shipping supplies, medical supplies to places they need to go.
Yeah.
So-
I know Sunday night there was at least one lane, I feel like, going both ways that was shoveled.
Yeah,
But if
for
you
the most
get
part.
like the inner lanes or like the turnoffs, like those can get a little sketchy pretty quick. Yeah.
So that's what grinds my gears.
Yeah, that does grind your gears quite a bit. How was currently Judgmental Jake? Did he have to go into work on Monday, or is he working from home?
He has been in North Carolina for a week. So I don't know.
Okay, that's all I need to know. So what grinds my gears is I have a confession to make
Breaking news to the podcast.
about Dane's Manifesto.
Unreal.
You know how we said it was part 100 last week?
Did you lie to the people?
I started looking. It was actually part 102.
Last week was 102.
And I was confused. How did this even happen?
Yeah.
So I went through all our notes starting in season 2's when we did it, because it was around like episode 60 something. And I'm like, where did we mess up?
Did we mess up 3 times?
We messed up 3 times. Well, actually, really, it was like 2 times.
Nice.
But one of the first episodes ever where you did Dane's Manifesto, something that threw me off is we did part like 6 and part 7
Oh.
on episode 66. You're like, I got 2 of them this week. So that,
I had 2 and we did 2.
mainly the issue with that is if I look at part 1, which what episode, and then compared to now, I'm like, how do we get to these numbers? Don't make
The
sense.
math's not mathing.
So that was one thing we did.
Yes.
I also noticed, and just so you know, it took me like an hour to go through all this and figure it out.
That's crazy.
Because I also went through all of our notes and put in parentheses next to it what part it actually was.
Yeah.
Just for my own well-being. But I guess we did part 14 on episodes 73 and 74. We just didn't update
We
it.
had a 2-part episode?
Well, no. So
Or it was
episode
just-
73 said part 14.
We just copied
Episode
it and left
74, we did not update it to 15.
Unreal.
Because that's back before we had a really good document that made us put in the number and actually look. And then I noticed we did part 20 on episode 80 and episode 81. So in reality, part 100 would have actually been, if I go back here, it would have been on episode 159.
Nice.
We thought it was part 98. It was actually part 100.
Did I do a good one that week?
I don't know. You can listen back and figure it out. But this week, it's not part 101. So I'm going to change that right now because we're actually on part 103.
So actually, part 100 was predicting Dane's top 5 haters for 2026.
Yep. That checks out.
Hey, that's a pretty good one.
But when you scroll up, do you see and now like the parentheses?
Actually part 100.
Yeah, actually part 102, part 101, etc. I'm pretty sure we're correct on Jokes with Jack because we looked back and I don't think that's messed up. But Dane's Manifesto this week, we are actually on part 103.
Wow.
So I want to apologize to the community, and also I want to apologize to you, but it's also on you because you should
What do you mean?
you should have also realized when we were updating the document.
I've never claimed to be good with numbers.
It's on me.
You
it's
have.
completely on me. I should have
That's
known.
your whole profession.
Yeah.
My whole profession is talking.
So part 103 is this week. So we're never actually doing part 101 or part 102, or we'll never state we did them because they've happened.
Because we have.
But we just
And we
got
have it at the same time.
confused. So you're actually 3 parts ahead of Jokes with Jack, which kind of checks out. I feel like we didn't start them as close as what we did.
Right.
But in reality, it was like 2 weeks apart.
Yeah.
But still.
Unreal. We've lied to the people, the American people,
Yeah.
and the non-American people.
Yeah.
Bonjour.
I apologize to all y'all. I'm sorry that we've led you astray. But part 103 will be coming on later in this episode of Dane's Manifesto. I apologize that part 101 and part 102 were never stated. Because now we weren't ever able to do part 101 naming all the Dalmatians. So, and part 102, is there anything with 102?
Well, at 102, we probably would have renamed Judgmental Jake. But now we're saving it for later in this episode where we rename.
But that's
Judgmental
not part
Jake.
of that's not part of the manifesto.
But
though.
maybe I manifest renaming.
Yeah, I don't
Jake.
know. But yeah, this week we are on part 103. Even though this is only the 102nd episode,
Exactly.
we've done it because we did two parts.
It's been the future.
Yeah, so that was what was grinding my gears this past week, and I think we should just move on.
And now
move
it's
on
time
to
for some.
Yo,
sports talk.
It's
yeah.
that time of day, so listen up because it's time for some sports talk. The segment where we boldly analyze things we barely watched. Did we do research? Factually? No. Emotionally? Yes. We're talking Big Daddy hacks, devastating sacks,
And fourth quarter comebacks.
But most importantly,
No soccer. Got three quick hits for you in sports talk. Mike McCarthy,
Yes.
new
Goat.
head coach for the Steelers.
Wow.
Because as we, I think we've talked about how Mike Tomlin stepped down as the Steelers head coach.
As he should.
Very mid coach who never had a losing season.
Yeah. All it took was a Hall of Fame quarterback for him to win a Super Bowl.
His last Super Bowl appearance was 2011, which he lost to Mike McCarthy's last Super Bowl appearance,
Wow.
which was 2011, in which Mike McCarthy
Yeah.
won.
McCarthy's a very Steelers hire, though.
He's from Pittsburgh, I guess,
Yeah, he
that
is.
area, which is really cool. So I'm actually happy for him getting an opportunity. I am curious.
I'm happy for McCarthy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm seeing stuff where they're like, does this make it more likely to get Rodgers? But at the same time, when he was with the Packers, supposedly they didn't always get along.
Yeah.
But also the only Super Bowl Aaron Rodgers has is with McCarthy.
Yeah.
I don't really know. I'm curious. I still think Aaron Rodgers will play another year. I'm curious if it will be with the Steelers and Mike McCarthy, which would be kind of poetic in a way. Or
the Steelers, absolutely not.
I mean, they don't really have anybody.
You know what I would rather do? I would rather go
Malik
get
Willis?
Malik Willis. Yeah.
Which is another intriguing thing. I think
Yeah.
a lot of teams want him.
Yeah.
So that could be. I'm curious what happens
What
there.
kind of deal do you think Malik Willis is going to sign?
He's gonna get something crazy.
I know.
I mean, you see
like 2
some-
years, $40 million.
No,
20 million a
He's
year.
gonna get a 5.
You think 5?
I think he's gonna get 5-year, 150.
That's wild.
He played good enough. Like look
That
at
good?
look at the other guys. Look at like the Jared Goffs of this world, or like the Daniel Jones, or other.
I don't think he's
whoever.
better than those guys.
I think he is.
That's
I think he has a higher upside. Some of them
crazy.
had like a somewhat okay season, and then they gave him 5 years, 200 million.
Like
and with how big
Matt
the,
Flynn back in the day.
yeah, like any of these guys.
Yeah.
But I think Malik Willis has shown more upside, especially when he has played under the Packers like system. Like the past 2 years when he's gone in, like he's been very good every single time.
What if it was 3 for 75?
I mean, I think he'll get a big. I think whatever he gets, it'll surprise everyone.
Man,
I think he's going to get a pretty big deal, and it's not going to be like anything like the 50 million a year, but I think he's going to get 30 to 40 million a year for up to 5 years.
that's just insane now.
But again, his QBR, I believe, like his quarterback rating the past like 2 seasons when he plays is, I think, by and far drastically better than anybody else.
Well, here's what I would be thinking if I'm a team. Okay, he's in a good system under Matt LaFleur, and he knows the system. And is he better than what he was in Tennessee? Yes. So are we better than Tennessee? Are we more similar to the good system Matt LaFleur type
Yeah.
in Pittsburgh?
Yeah.
Better than Tennessee, I think, but step down from Green Bay right now. I think they have a good running system. I think they have one good receiver. So I think Malik Willis is perfectly capable of leading them to the 9-8 record that they want.
Just so you know, I pulled up the highest passer ratings and QBRs over the past 2 seasons. 2025 ratings when playing. Again, small sample size from our league.
Yeah.
But I'll go number 6, Jordan Love, 101 rating this year. Josh Allen, 102.
Goat.
Lamar Jackson, 103.
Bum.
Matthew Stafford, who's in an MVP conversation,
Goat.
109. Drake May, also in the MVP conversation, 113
Potential GOAT.
this year. Malik Willis, 145.
Yeah, because he played one game.
Yep. And then QBR, similarly, he's at 93 compared to Drake maybe at 77. But then you look at last year, just a few of these guys, I see the ratings. Jordan Love was a 96 rating last year. Josh Allen was 96. Matthew Stafford was 92. Last year, Malik Willis, 124.
So was I.
And he actually played like 3 or 4 games.
Allegedly.
So when he's in there, he's going off, which is kind of insane. So I am curious what happens.
The foos.
But I think he will get a lot more money than we expect.
4 years, $40 million. $10 million a year.
No,
I would be like, yes,
if I was
please.
the Packers, I would pick him up as a backup still.
I mean, yeah, but
$10 million a year, you keep him and see what happens. And then you trade him if need be.
Here's what's going to happen. They're going to get priced out of the backup range for him.
Well, he's going to be a starter. He's not going to be back with the Packers.
Yeah, he's going to get too much money for the Packers to be like, oh, we want you back.
And like he was
the only people who do that are the Falcons.
But he is in a similar situation to some of those other guys where he went in a horrible system immediately with the Titans.
Yeah.
After being a very successful college quarterback
At Liberty,
shout out. But then, he went to Packers and just went off each opportunity he got. So, and people are even saying, like, should he be the starter over Jordan Love? And we're like, no. Like, he's amazing, yes, when he plays, but no, shouldn't be the starter.
Oh, yeah, I need to take that girl off the thing.
You're looking at notes?
One of my leaders just declined our service opportunity for Sunday.
That stinks.
And then I forgot that she already told me that she couldn't serve on Sundays anymore.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, yeah. But then on our system, I had it scheduled out through the whole semester. Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about sports.
Yep. I'll just go on to my next thing. So, Malik Willis will get some big money somewhere. Who knows? We'll talk about it in the future. You didn't see this. I was talking to you before the pod. But Deion Sanders, he's apparently, it's reported that he has fines now for violations of team policy.
Okay.
These are kind of crazy how much some of these are. And these are fining the players,
Yeah.
college students.
Yeah.
Some of which might not be getting much NIL money or whatever else. I think we're going to go through each one of
It
these.
should be a percentage.
I know, it should be. But there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 10 things that I have fines. And I want you just to take wild guesses.
Okay.
So a college student, college player at Colorado, late to practice, how much are you getting fined? Under Deion Sanders.
Am I guessing, or how much would I do?
You're going to guess
What Deion's finding?
Yeah, what he's finding the players.
I'm gonna guess $2,000.
That's actually higher than I thought you'd say.
Really?
If you're late to practice, $500.
Oh.
For a college student. Late to practice.
Yeah, that's still crazy.
Yeah. No show practice. How much
No
you can
show.
find?
Okay, if you're late, it's $500. No show, I'm gonna guess $1,500.
$2,500.
Okay.
College student. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Late to a meeting or film session.
$250.
$400. No show to a meeting or film session.
$1,000.
$2,000.
Dang it!
We'll see if you get any of these. Late to conditioning. And just so you know, late to practice is $500. So late to conditioning would be
Late to conditioning would be $400.
no $1,000.
Why is that one $1,000?
No idea. I
don't know.
A lot of these make no sense because right now no show conditioning.
They don't correlate.
Yeah.
Is it $800?
So if you remember, late to conditioning $1,000.
Okay.
So if you-
$3,000.
$1,500. It doesn't
Okay.
make sense because late to practice compared to no show, it's 5 times the
Right.
amount difference.
He's just
Same
making
with
it up.
meeting, late to it or no show, 5 times difference. But then late to conditioning compared to no show is just like 1.5 times as much.
Yeah.
So that's kind of wild.
It's crazy.
Late to treatment, I guess
Ooh.
if you're like injured or something,
Right. $300.
$1,000. No show to treatment. This is your best opportunity to get one right.
Okay. $1,500.
Yes.
Nice.
There you go.
it is.
Violation of team rules.
Ooh.
And this is a range.
It's a range. Okay.
Yes. Violation of team rules.
I'm gonna guess $1,000 to $4,000.
Correct on the 1,000.
Okay.
So it starts at 1,000 up to 2,500.
$2,500. Okay.
And then his final one, and this was reported by like a college football website on like Bleacher Report. So I'm assuming it's right. I mean, who knows? Wouldn't surprise me. Last one was public or social misconduct.
Ooh.
A range.
Oh, a range. Okay. $1,500 to $5,000.
That was actually really close. $2,000 to $5,000.
Dang it.
So if I was a walk-on, I would not go to Colorado. Because immediately it's like, yeah, so why did you go $30,000 in debt? I walked on to Colorado. I had a few rough weeks, and I got fined out of my mind. Like,
Yeah.
you can't.
Here's the thing. I'm on board with the fines because if you want to get paid like an athlete, then you need to start doing things like it's a professional league now. And
It's crazy.
so then, but like we said at the very beginning, I think it should be a percentage of whatever money you're earning. If you're not earning any money, then you come up with alternate disciplinary actions.
Yeah, like you aren't getting opportunities. You have to do.
Yeah.
I mean, most of the time for these types of things, it would be like punishment of not playing in a game,
Yeah.
or having to do like extra workouts, or
Getting cut.
fill in the blank, or
Yeah.
there was a time in college where there was some misconduct that happened among
Penn State?
a swim team that I know of.
Oh.
And that team got their gear taken away for
Dang.
a while.
Sorry to hear that for you, Samuel.
It wasn't because of me. But yeah, like I don't see you fining players actual cash money, especially.
It just depends.
Yeah, and
like,
it depends also. Like,
yeah.
Is he? Yeah.
I also don't know, like, what's the broad, like, is there a base level salary for every player on the team?
I don't know. I don't know.
Are
either.
they raking in that much money?
But then for the players who are probably getting $1 million, $2 million to be like the quarterback, it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
$500, that means nothing to me.
Yep.
Like,
which is crazy too, because then it entitles the people who are making a lot of money, because they can just pay it whatever. They're like, I don't care. I'm a star player. I'm making, like you say, $2 million a year. Here's $500. Yeah, I was late. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
which it already is happening anyways, because the highest paid players are the star players, which is what it is in every league. But now it's like, I don't know. It's just there's so many unregulatory rules with everything going on in college football.
Yeah. It's well, and then not the football sphere, but did you see in basketball, there's a guy who played 10 games in the NBA and he's trying to get college eligibility?
Yeah.
Amari Bailey or something?
Yeah.
I'm like, I played 1 year in college. I wasn't very good. Got drafted in the second round of the NBA.
Right.
Played like 10 games, was terrible. Went to the G League, and now I'm like, I want to go back to college. I'll get more money and get more playing time.
Yeah. It's like college sports is so broken. Like the only solution you got to get down the line to is having a collective bargaining agreement, like every other professional sport where you pay your players.
Also, they need to take away, like, once you go professional, you can't come back to college.
Yeah,
like
obviously.
There needs to be more rules in place, because I think there's a difference between allowing teams to pay players and then all of a sudden just be like, yeah, there's no rules whatsoever. You play professionally, come back. You're whatever age, come back. Like,
well, that's where I'm at with the
it's stupid.
NCAA is like, why do you have a years of eligibility thing right now? Like, there's no point for you. Keep your star players.
Yeah, it's pay
them money.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
Like, college sports in general are, especially football, mainly football, basketball, are just like broken and ruined.
A lot
now.
of football, but maybe it's just more prevalent and in our face.
Yeah, maybe that's why they went the other extreme. They're like, hey, look how crappy it is. Now we're gonna go back and change it a little bit.
Yeah, crazy.
Yeah,
you know what else is crazy?
The last thing I was going to mention,
Bill Belichick.
Yeah, didn't make the Hall of Fame.
He did not make the Hall of Fame on the first try.
Is insane, because I pulled up quickly just his stats compared to other Hall of Fame coaches or NFL coaches.
Right.
Most Super Bowls in history.
Him.
Yeah, with 6. The next closest was, I believe, a Hall of Famer, Chuck Noll with 4, or Joe Gibbs with 3.
Joe Gibbs with the
I don't know.
Joe Gibbs.
I don't have.
He owned the Washington team, but
probably
the Redskins.
Yeah. Postseason wins. The most ever is by Belichick with 31.
Bill Walsh.
The next closest is Tom Landry.
Ooh,
who
GOAT?
has 20.
Yes, sir.
So Belichick has 11 more wins than Landry in all time.
Which is crazy.
Total wins all time. He's not in first place. First place is Don Shula with 347 wins.
He was very good.
Second place, Bill Belichick, 333 wins. And then George, I think Hallis with 324.
He's with the Bears way back in the day.
Super Bowl appearances, he has the most all time with 9. The next most is Don Shula with 6 and Tom Landry with 5. And then division titles, he has the most in NFL history with 17. Don Shula and Tom Landry are in second with 13.
Wow.
And after all of this, didn't get enough votes to be in the Hall of Fame first try.
On the first try.
And it's most likely because the voters are partially dumb or whatever else. But then they're like, well, it's probably because of his controversies, which is not, in the grand scheme of things, not really that big of a deal. There was the Spygate or whatever.
Yeah, Spygate.
That happened in 07.
Deflategate.
The Spygate, was basically where they're like, hey, we're
filming other teams' practices.
Yeah. And they fined them and everything else and took a first round draft pick away from them. And then the Deflategate, which was like 2014 AFC Championship game, I guess there was rumors, or they were allegedly deflating balls so Tom Brady could throw them easier under Belichick's watch. And they're like, hey, we're going to fine the team $1 million. You're going to lose more draft picks.
Don't even get me started on that one.
Suspend Brady for 4 games. And then I think that year they won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that was the 2016 year.
Yeah.
They spent in the first 4 games, and he came in and just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah. And it's like, there's not enough. Like, you can't argue that he's not a Hall of Famer.
Well, yeah, even the Deflategate thing was dumb because the NFL got laughed out of the courtroom whenever they actually tried to like take them to court over it, and so
because they were using underinflated footballs.
Yeah, which first off they couldn't prove. Second off, the judge laughed it out of the courtroom. Third off, the whole argument for suspending Brady was: is he an employee of the NFL? Yes, then I, Roger Goodell, can suspend employees how I see fit 4 games.
Yeah,
and whatever.
I was going to say, hear me out. I think the real issue here is the other voters, they're jealous.
Yeah.
That Belichick is dating their daughter.
Dang it.
Or something.
One of their daughters.
Yeah, I don't know. It was crazy. I'm like, love him or hate him, he's still easily... Like, he should be a unanimous Hall of Famer first try. Like,
it was like
he's done everything.
The 13th... all-time playoff wins guy got in first try, and then the all-time playoff wins guy can't get in first try.
Arguably people are like, it's probably all Brady, but you can't really prove that.
Well, yeah.
Because he still had to have a good coach.
And defense, yeah. And that's what Belichick was he's a defensive guy who came up through the ranks with the Browns, and then with Bill Parcells on the Browns, and then with the Giants. He won a Super Bowl with the Giants, and then takes over the... some team. I don't know. He failed. Or no, he took over the Browns. That's what it was. Came up with the Giants, takes over Browns, fails because Browns fail at everything. Then goes and wins the Super Bowl.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
All the Super Bowls. So speaking of Super Bowls,
yep.
Who is going to win the Super Bowl this year, Samuel?
Packers. I don't think they can win anymore. That was my projection. I had them over the Steelers or Bills. That can't work either. Broncos are in it? No, Broncos lost.
They lost because Bo Nix broke his ankle.
And they still almost won the next game.
So it's gonna be Seahawks versus Patriots.
Seahawks easy. I don't think it's gonna be close. And I was hearing someone else talk. I think it might have been Dude Perfect. They have like a sports podcast. I think they were saying like if the Rams would have been against the Patriots, they would have absolutely obliterated them.
It would have been
but
electric.
They think with the Seahawks it'll be a closer game, but I think most of them were like, yeah, the Seahawks should still win, most likely.
I was going into the NFC Championship game. I was like, man, like all the way leading up to it, I was like, yeah, Rams, I think are a better team. And I just started thinking about it. I was like, man, I don't know. The Seahawks defense is just that legit. And I even texted my work sports group chat. I was like, guys, I have a confession to make. I think the Seahawks might be the better team. Side-eye emoji.
Yeah, I mean, when you have that good of a defense, it's just, you look at their offense and you're like,
I didn't think Darnold could go blow to blow like he did in the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
And he was great. So, my pick, what's your score for your pick?
Seahawks will win is my projection. Where's the game again? Is it in the 49ers stadium?
Yep.
So it'll be nice weather. The ball will be flying. Mm-hmm. It'll probably be like 31-24.
So you think they'll win by 7?
I mean, it could be more. I'll just say 31-24.
Yeah.
I say they get up probably early and they probably start giving away the lead a little bit near the end. Starts getting a little too interesting, but at the same time, Seahawks still pull it out.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking the Seahawks as well. The line is set at 4.5, I think. They think Seahawks are 4.5-point favorites.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, I think the Seahawks are going to win somewhere between more than 4 points, but less than 11 points.
Which is where I'm at.
Somewhere in that range, yeah. Which is why I don't think you're too crazy. Mm-hmm. But I'm thinking more of the 31 to like 22 range, 23.
Okay.
And or 20
probably
even.
with some failed 2-point conversions in there, most likely.
Yeah. Low 20s for the Patriots is what I think is going to happen. Because the Patriots, they couldn't move the ball at all against the Denver defense.
At the same time, though, it was in the snow.
It wasn't. The second half was in the snow.
Yeah.
And so they couldn't move it at all in the first half. And I think the Seahawks have a better defense than the Broncos. And then I think Sam Darnold is also way better than Jarrett Stidham, for one.
Yeah.
And then for two, I think they're not going to be able to guard JSN. I think Christian Gonzalez is a good player, very good corner for the Patriots. But I think ultimately it's going to be Seahawks pulling it out. And I think Jackson Smith and Jigba, JSN, is going to win the Super Bowl MVP.
That'd be interesting. And they'll run it on the 1-yard line. if it's first down.
I saw a or not AI generator, but somebody saying Seahawks worst nightmare. They actually do run it on the
and they don't
1 yard line. And they don't get it. Yeah,
4 times.
He stopped.
Like,
It's fumbled.
No! How did it happen?
No!
That would be insane. It's like we can't do it.
That would be such a butterfly effect. Like, what's happening? Is anything real moment?
Yeah, that would actually be insane. I had another thought, but I can't think of what it was.
Well, that's our
Dang.
Super Bowl predictions. Also, Giannis has requested a trade more. He has, but he hasn't.
Mm-hmm.
He agrees that it's time to part ways and seek a new destination, but he hasn't, quote unquote, requested a trade, is what people are saying. I'm like, that's dumb.
That's your NBA news for you.
Yep. And so my hope is that he goes to the Warriors. The Warriors can offer Kuminga, Jimmy Butler's salary, and then
Curry,
all of their picks to pair up Steph Curry, Draymond, and him.
No, they're going to trade Steph Curry.
No, the San Francisco will burn down if they do that.
Yeah, Steph Curry is going to be a Warrior till the end.
Yeah, like they would rather trade the Golden Gate Bridge than Steph Curry.
Yeah, definitely.
And so I think that what do I most likely think is going to happen? I think that they're not going to trade him by this Thursday's deadline, next Thursday. So if you're listening to this before Thursday, the trade deadline is Thursday. I don't think the Bucks are going to trade him before Thursday because I think they're going to wait until the offseason when more cap space is freed up for people, more draft picks are available. They can better scout what's happening in the market for the draft. And so I think he'll ultimately go to an underperforming team, some team that plays out in the Western Conference, flames out epically, and wants to shake things up.
I think he does get traded beforehand. I think it's going to be like a Luka situation where he gets traded and everybody's like, huh?
In the night. Well,
what? That was also the craziest thing ever. I remember reading that. I'm like, this can't be real.
Well, I think that's different.
It is different. It is different.
We're talking about the Giannis trade right now.
Yeah, Luka, no one expected it.
Luka, young in his prime, there's no chatter about it at all.
Yeah.
There was one team they negotiated with, and like midnight on a Saturday, in the dead of night, they traded him. And I'm like, I thought I was being punked. I was like, yep, Shams got hacked. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't know he got
And everybody's like, no, this is real.
Well, yeah, and then he tweeted right after that, this is real. I was not hacked.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
And if people say this is real, I'm not hacked, you know they didn't get hacked.
Must not be
so
hacked.
you hackers out there, just tweet out a second time and you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I think he'll end up going to, I don't know, Atlanta would make a good offer for him and have the picks necessary. I don't know, like where he's ultimately going to end up. That's just going to be the hard part.
Yeah, it'll be intriguing.
But
I was going to say one other thing. I remembered what I was going to say about the Super Bowl. Whenever they posted on like ESPN's Facebook page, like Sam Darnold went off to make the Super Bowl, I'm like, this is a good spot to place a little cleverly placed comment. And I was like, man, it'd be awesome if the Vikings had a quarterback like this. Or I was like, just imagine the Vikings had a QB like this. And because I did it so early, I got like 800 likes on that post and like 250 comments. I'm like, yeah, what's up?
Man, they had Sam Darnold. They had even Daniel Jones is better.
Yeah. They could have had Aaron Rodgers, and honestly, that would have been a great situation too.
Aaron Rodgers would have been better than JJ McCarthy. McCarthy, he just like doesn't read defenses. Yeah, the guy who won the national championship by throwing the ball 10 times.
Yeah, it's
yeah.
crazy,
Imagine that
but
in the midst of a sign stealing scandal too.
Yeah.
So,
but what was your last
thing is
item?
You should start coming to our young adult ministry because we're gonna have pickleball madness this March.
Okay. You say that, but I'm like, you have one court. How much pickleball can you actually play?
Glad you asked. So it's a tournament over the entire month of March. Every Tuesday, they will have games being played with...
and you're saying you want to pair up?
What I'm saying, here's the thing.
Or did you say you already have our partner and you want me just to play and just lose?
Both. But,
dang it.
So... the way I heard about it was Pretty Ricky texted me and goes, hey, we're going to be doing this for the Young Adult Ministry. We should be partners. And I was like, we'll see. And I was like, what is it? Blah, blah. There's going to be prizes too, by the way. First, second, third place prizes. But our fearless director, Stedman, this isn't official yet, but he suggested, he goes, what if we made it like guys and girls have to pair up together? He goes, or else it'll just be a final four of all guys.
Or you could do a guy's bracket and a girl's bracket.
Yeah, it takes longer.
Yeah.
And then you include more people this way. I don't know. This was his idea, but also guys bracket, girls bracket. Maybe we do that. But also, I don't know. So
also, guys bracket, girls bracket, there's a lot more prizes involved.
That's true. You'd have to double the prizes, so that would be tough.
But at the same time, you could get people to donate.
Yeah, so here's the idea that he said for prizes, what should we do for a prize? I said, Whoever wins would really appreciate like a really nice pickleball paddle set
From Friday Pickleball.
from or wherever.
Get them Friday. I can hook you up with a discount code.
Yeah, if
Samuel 14434.
If you say that, then he might be more inclined to do that.
Yeah.
But I told him, I was like, yeah, whoever wins, like the people is going to be somebody pretty good, right? So they'll really like the nice pickleball paddle thing. But if your goal is to get more people to sign up because you have to sign up for it,
Yeah.
then you should do a more like generalized prize.
Well, yeah, I mean, anybody who competes should be automatically entered to win something. So
Yeah.
that way, if you enter, no matter what, you get a chance to win something. But then if you win it all, then you get a prize.
They should do a giveaway too. I need to write these ideas down.
Yeah, that's good. Anyone who enters and competes gets entered into a prize at the very
raffle
end.
prize.
Or even it could be the beginning. As long as
Yeah.
the tournament starts, people enter, they play at least one round, they're entered into it.
Yeah. So he has stipulations. Like you can't be like a college student because this is our young adult ministry. You can't be like going to a completely different college ministry or a
And only
young
show
adult
up for
ministry.
this.
Yeah, and only show up for this. So what I'm saying to you is you should start coming for like a couple weeks. And
Well,
then,
either way, I attend Hill City, so I could even just show up for that, I'll be fine.
that's what you think. I'll be like, who's this guy?
Like, I've been going to this church longer than you have.
I've never even seen this
I've
guy.
been going longer than the
Who's
leaders.
this Packers fan?
Oh,
nope,
yeah,
get him
yeah,
out of drag
yeah.
him out of here.
Yeah. I was there near when it was. I went to Hill City briefly with Rebecca when they were meeting on Saturday nights at a random church.
Don't quote the dark magic to me, witch. I was there when it was written.
I was there in fall of 2016 and occasionally went over to University Plaza and Hill City. I've been there since the beginning,
What a
just
time.
sporadically and then consistently for like 3 years.
And then now look at us.
Yeah.
I work there.
Yeah. They need a second court.
So that's my
That'd be
little-
cool.
well,
have,
yeah.
have you been playing at all, like outside of that?
I've been playing there a little bit.
What are the chances we ever get a chance just to like go and play?
Pretty high.
Because I want to do that because they had the tournament that we've done in the past. They had it again Thursday night, this past Thursday.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Which
Like we can totally go there and just play regularly, honestly.
I would love to do that. I want to get more reps in with you so that way we can actually go and win the other
And
tournament.
it's inside. The only
Yeah.
problem is the ceiling's too low. But
I mean, but in the grand scheme of things,
we're not trying to hit it that high anyway.
you shouldn't be hitting it high very often.
Yeah. Yeah. So that, but what was I thinking too? I was thinking also that, you can't like reserve the court specifically, but we can go see and hopefully nobody's there. and
Can you
play.
hypothetically, do you have like access to go there whenever you want?
Yes.
Yeah, that's handy.
It is. You don't.
I mean, I would be with you. I wouldn't go play by myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, people were doing that last night on staff. So
Yeah.
And then I actually played the other day against some staff members and won 4 out of 5 games. It was good.
Who beat you?
It was this guy. Well, I mean, it wasn't just me. They
Okay,
were-
so you're
yeah.
blaming who? So which partner let you down?
Carl.
Yeah. Okay.
And we weren't warmed up. These guys were playing beforehand, and then as soon as like we played one game, we just dominated them the rest of the time.
Yeah,
It was great.
that's unfortunate.
So, but the paddles they have there, very cheap, not great paddles.
Friday pickleball.
Well, they don't want decent paddles to be sitting out there for people to break.
Okay, I guess it makes sense. I
So-
guess
Yeah, they bought some really cheap Franklin ones.
I can maybe
And they show cheap,
how many paddles do you think you could use?
What do you mean?
I think I could reach out to Friday pickleball guy, and I would not be surprised if he sent me used paddles to donate to the church.
That'd be awesome. Like at least 4 to 10.
I might casually send a message because I know sometimes they do donate like used paddles or whatever else.
Yeah.
And
To a nonprofit.
they would also like their paddles to be seen.
Yeah, do
Can
that.
you text me right now? Samuel, reach out to Friday Pickleball about pickleball paddle donation. They'll be used, but not very used. I bet you he would do it.
Oh yeah, that'd be awesome.
And then all of a sudden it's like, and also if you want, I could throw in that they're going to do a pickleball tournament and are looking for a prize, and I could throw all this. I don't know if
do
you
that.
will.
No, for real, do that.
But
And
then at the very end, it's like, yeah, so shout out to Friday Pickleball and Samuel Sin. We haven't seen him around here, but apparently he helped get all these paddles.
yeah,
Yeah.
about donating used paddles
Yeah.
to Hill City, and also about Friday. He autocorrected the feisty Friday. Donating some nicer paddles for the tournament prize.
as a prize. Yeah, I wouldn't. I don't know if he will, but at the same time,
Hey, we lose nothing by sending this text or reaching out.
You lose. I'm the only one reaching out. So
Well, yeah, I mean, we lose nothing by reaching out. We gain everything by reaching out.
yeah.
So,
And that should probably help me reach upper heaven.
and that transitions us into our main segment.
Where's the button? There it is.
Okay, we've officially thrown the script out the window. It's time for the main segment. And honestly, who knows where this is going? We don't. You don't. God does. But he's not telling.
Welcome back to the main segment. As you remember last week, Joshua Schmitz and myself did a little bit of It Could Be Worse. But this week, we're going to do another new segment, which is Either Or segment.
Either or. You got to pick one. It's got to be off the cuff riff.
Dane and I both have a list of 20 either or questions we'll ask each other.
Rapid fire.
It'll be rapid fire. No time for like thinking or anything else. You just say the response and you move on.
You know what we need? Music.
I haven't done this in a while.
Yes, we need music.
I honestly forgot. Let's go to YouTube Studio.
I was just thinking, man, I need some background music for
I
these
also
either
just
or
remembered
questions.
I need to plug my laptop.
Plug in your laptop. Samuel, if you
Keep
die in
talking.
the middle, this would be hilarious.
No, this isn't. Are you saying the battery?
The battery.
Yeah, this doesn't charge it. My battery's fine.
Oh.
This is just so I can get the audio over to the soundboard.
The soundboard. We need that
Yeah.
as well.
YouTube Studio.
So I defeated Lindsay in Monopoly. She's just not very good at Monopoly. Also, I think I have a, what's it called? I have a filing cabinet at work, and I don't keep any files in it. What I keep is snacks.
Mm-hmm.
I have lots of snacks in the bottom drawer. I have a backup shirt in one of the drawers, which I'm also thinking about keeping backup pants in some of those drawers. And then I'm also thinking about getting backup socks and things too. And then I was thinking about what else was I doing? Oh yeah, so top drawer, I have my iPad in it, and then I have Chick-fil-A sauce. And so I want to add some more things into it that are just not work related that I need. I have a fan in it as well.
Yeah.
A racquetball, which is fun. I need more, and then I have a bunch of drinky drinks in there too with the snacks.
And I believe I found. Let's see. You can use this audio track in your videos. No attribution required. Okay, let's click a few of these. Let's see. No. No. I'm just going through these.
No.
No.
Maybe.
Let's keep on going. We'll find a good one here. Nope, too slow. No. How about this? No. Is this good? Should I
This one's kind of cool.
This could be an option. Let's try a few more. No. A.
Okay, this one's yours for when you're doing it, and then I'll do the other one.
You'll do the other one?
Yep.
Okay, so do I ask you questions first, or you ask me questions first?
You ask me questions first.
Okay. Let me make sure. You can use this audio track in your videos. Cool. So I'm going to get to my questions for Dane. We're going to do a list of 20 of these, and we'll just kind of see how it goes. I'm trying to pull them back up. Okay, are you ready?
Yep. Lay them on me.
Be forced to eat a rotisserie chicken in a crowded elevator every day, or shout your ATM pin every time you sneeze.
Rotisserie chicken, easy.
Nice. Always have wet socks, or always have one eyebrow that grows back 2 inches every night.
One eyebrow.
Okay. Only be able to communicate through interpretive dance during business meetings, or only be able to sing your grocery list in a heavy metal voice.
Sing grocery list in heavy metal voice.
Okay, that makes sense.
Obviously.
Number 4. Have a professional clown follow you everywhere but stay 50 feet away and just stare, or have a mime who lives in your pantry.
Mime in the pantry.
Yeah, I'll choose that too. Every time you high-five someone, you hear their most embarrassing memory, or every time you blink, you hear a laugh track.
First one.
Yeah. Would you rather have hands for feet or feet for hands?
Hands.
But you're a professional surgeon.
Hands for feet.
Okay.
Duh.
Only be allowed to eat food that is perfectly spherical, or only be allowed to eat food that is neon blue?
Spherical.
Okay. Have a third eye that only looks at things you're afraid of, or a second mouth on the back of your neck that only whispers, "I told you so."
I told you so. I told you so.
Would you rather have your internal monologue broadcasted on a local radio station once a week, or have your browser history printed on your favorite t-shirt?
Either or, but the one I want, it would be the internal monologue, because I think it'd be funny.
Yeah, that'd be good. Be the world's best pickleball player, but you have to play with a frozen salmon, or be a legendary swimmer, but you can only swim in lukewarm gravy.
Salmon.
Okay. Always feel like there's a pebble in your shoe, or always feel like you're about to sneeze but never do.
Pebble and shoe.
Yep. Have a pet rock that actually screams when you leave the room, or a pet goldfish that judges your life choices out loud.
Goldfish.
Yeah.
That's funny.
8 more of these, looks like. Would you rather have to wear a tuxedo to the gym every day, or swim trunks to every funeral?
Tuxedo.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just changed.
Only be able to sleep on a bed of Legos, or only be able to sleep while standing up in a Walmart?
Legos.
Okay. Would you rather smell like a new car, but only when you're sad, or smell like a wet dog only when you're incredibly happy?
Sad. I want to be a new car when I'm sad.
Yeah. Have all your teeth replaced with light bulbs, or your fingernails replaced with copper wire?
Oh. Light bulbs for teeth.
What?
I don't know.
That's insane.
It'd be fun.
Last 4. Be forced to narrate your own life and the voice of a 1920s lawyer detective, or have a live tuba player follow you during every serious conversation.
Lawyer detective. Are you kidding me? That sounds awesome.
No. Oh, yeah. No, lawyer detective, I think it's
Oh, still detective.
Yeah, sorry. The music is done, but we have 3 more. Every time you enter a room, All Star by Smash Mouth plays at full volume.
Yes, that one.
Yeah. Or every time you leave, you have to exit through a window.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, All Star is way
Yeah.
better. Would you rather have uncontrollable jazz hands every time you're angry, or
already
have
do.
to moonwalk whenever you're in a hurry?
Oh, man. Well, the first one already happened, so I'll take that one.
Jazz hands. And then the last one, be the person who has to tell every child Santa isn't real, or be the person who has to explain the internet to a Victorian child for 48 hours straight.
Santa isn't real.
Really? But that's, I feel like for all your life compared to the other one's only 48 hours.
Yeah, but I also don't care.
Yeah. Okay.
So I'm like, "Here, child, it's not real."
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that was all of them.
Wow.
And now you have the 20 for me. I can get the
Yes.
music up. One second.
Mine gets progressively spicier. Samuel, are
Okay.
you ready?
Yeah.
Number 1, unlimited pizza or unlimited naps.
Snaps. Naps.
Number 2, always slightly late or always painfully early.
I'm always late, but I'll choose early.
Number 3, bad haircut forever or bad outfit forever.
What if I already do both?
Exactly.
Outfit.
Number 4, accidentally buy an Android or use Apple Music.
Dang it. Probably. Dang it. Use Apple Music.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Number 5, no music or no free giveaways.
No free giveaways.
Wow.
Easy.
Number 6, sweat profusely or never sweat again but always smell weird.
I already sweat profusely and I'm fine with it. Let's go.
Number 7, the Packers disband as a team or the Cowboys win a Super Bowl.
Whew. Dang. Okay, the Cowboys can win the line.
Number 8, pee your pants every time you're cold or throw up every time you're hot.
Pee. Because I'm always hot.
True. Number 9, fix your car or America is conquered by another country.
I gotta go America there.
Number 10, terrible memory or embarrassingly honest.
Embarrassingly honest.
Number 11, always trip in public or always wave back when no one waved.
I always wave back. I mean, I do that anyway.
Yeah. Number 12, work out 10 times a day or never have an energy drink ever again.
Energy drink easy.
Number 13, one sock always wet or sleeves always too short.
Sleeves are already too short.
Take it. Number 14, be framed for murder or have to give your sisters a compliment.
Murder.
Duh. Number 15, get a cat or never have rewards points at a restaurant again.
Rewards points.
Number 16, fart every time there's silence or only drink water as your drink forever.
Water, easy.
That's crazy. Number 17, lose your keys daily or your phone weekly.
Phone weekly.
Number 18, talk in rhymes or only speak in questions.
Oh, both are kind of mysterious. I kind of want to go rhymes.
Number 19, compete as a bodybuilder or own an Android.
Compete as a body. Wait. Oh, wait. Or?
Or,
Well, I mean, I already own an Android. Yeah, Android.
Number 20, solve world hunger but convert to iPhone or join the Taliban and keep your iPhone or your Android.
dang it. Number one. Dang it.
Solve world hunger and convert to
That was the hardest one.
Yeah. I did that one for 20.
Yeah.
So it was solve world hunger but convert to iPhone, or join the Taliban but keep your Android.
I had to think. That was the hardest one of all yours. The other ones are easy. That one, I'm like,
That
Android's nice.
I thought of that one. I was like, ooh, that's funny. 20.
Dang. Yeah, I still hate the iPhone part, but I guess if I can solve world hunger,
Then maybe it's worth it.
yeah. But maybe I can change how they're run.
That's why you pour
The
yourself
Taliban.
out for the others.
Yeah. Well,
Man.
hopefully that was
Maybe it's a manifestation of what is to come.
maybe that was kind of interesting or entertaining, or maybe it was just really loud with the music. Who knows?
I liked it.
But it is time for Dane's.
Manifesto. Welcome back to part 103, I guess, of Dayton's Manifesto. Wow. It's been a while since we've manifested things together, crowd. Because if you're walking, it looks like there's a lot of snow next to you. Maybe you pull out your flamethrower and you melt the snow, and then you sit down on the dry, warm ground.
Yeah.
And if you're driving, maybe your car is about to explode. So you tuck, duck, and roll out of your car, and then you sit down with your flamethrower on or right next to the person who just melted the snow with their flamethrower. And then now you're together listening to Dane's Manifesto. So, part 103, I thought of, while Shepard had his first birthday,
Aw.
the top 5 proud of Shepard moments on his first birthday. And what does this tell us about his personality and future?
I don't know.
Exactly. So, coming in at number 5, he caused distraction to Lindsay Reed's home, but also destruction to
Yep.
Lindsay Reed's home,
Yep.
like his uncle did when he was in high school. See, Shepard understands that he needs to keep his mom on her toes, and she likes a neat and tidy house, but in reality, geniuses live in chaos, and Shepard really
True.
just wants the best for his mom.
That's really true.
So he would always throw his food. They would give him milk or whatever, but then he would get like a little bit of chili and a little bit of like these foods, and he would take it and just throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
And so it was chili all over the ground. And then also he does this weird game that he thinks is funny where Lindsay tries to give him water and he'll like sip it and then just spit it out like all over him.
I really like this.
Unreal. I'm like, oh man.
And these are all learned behaviors. He's seen it happen before.
Exactly.
From Daniel.
From Daniel, yes.
Yeah.
Number 4, he was swagged out around all the other lady babies.
Oh, a player, baby.
I know. So at his birthday party, there was a bunch of lady babies, and he was swagged out in his silly goose outfit.
And
he knows what time it is. He arrived to the function with his fitted sweatshirt, his nice pants, and there were lots of lady babies that he was interacting with. But he needs to slow down because he's going to get rebuked from the church if he dates around too much.
Ooh, true. So when you said what time it is, does he know it's hammer time?
It's what
Yeah.
is it? Shepherd time.
Yeah.
So he was swagged out, which is great. Number 3, he now successfully headbutts people.
Way to go. He does have CTE, though.
He listens to his uncle when Dane would gently headbutt Shepard, and he thinks it's funny to headbutt people now.
That's horrible.
Number 2, he tried to drink Mountain Dew. Now, did Dane hand him the Mountain Dew? Yes.
Yes.
But this shows us that he has good taste, and he trusts his uncle when he says that Mountain Dew is the sweet nectar that we have been blessed with.
There you go, Shepard. You're learning well.
Number 1, Shepard tried to touch fire.
Yes.
So the candle on his cake was lit on fire, and he tried to touch it, and he actually didn't touch the fire, but everybody in the room went, and that scared him, and he started to cry. But what does this tell us about him? That he's not afraid of anything, and he desires to challenge the status quo. Wow.
Way to go.
Wow. Claps all around for Shepard, John Quavius, Joseph Reed. Wow. Good job, Shepard.
That's probably what he sounded like.
He doesn't sound like that anymore. He's a man.
Whenever they started hushing him.
He's
from,
a man
blowing out the
now.
snow. Yeah, okay.
He's a man.
Way to go. I randomly looked in the mirror the other day, and my hair was all crazy, and I'm like, I kind of look like Shepard. I feel like every picture I see of Shepard, his hair's going every which way.
Well, it doesn't matter. He's just a baby at home
I know,
right now.
but I did see myself as Shepard briefly in the mirror.
Did you see him as Jack when he was going to Halloween?
I think I did see that picture.
Lindsay dressed up as Elastigirl.
Yep.
And then Shepard was Jack.
Nice.
Daniel was Mr. Incredible.
Let's go. Well, Shout out to you, Shepard, for being part of Dane's Manifesto part 103. But now it's also time for Samuel's little known facts.
Sam's little known facts, out of the box and off the tracks. Oddball genius that knows about tax. Sam's little known facts, and he never listens to Jack.
Welcome back to part 47 of Samuel's little known facts. This week, our little known facts are surrounding snow, snowstorms, etc. because it's very cold across the U.S. True. If you're not in the U.S., you're probably warmer than we are. Number one.
Bermuda, Bahama, come on, pretty mama. That's all.
You probably already know this, but not all snow is created equal. While the standard rule is that 10 inches of snow equals 1 inch of water. And very cold, dry snowstorms, that ratio can jump to 30-1. This means a massive-looking 30-inch accumulation might actually contain the same amount of moisture as a single inch of rain, making it incredibly light and fluffy.
Wow.
Yeah, I like fluffy. A single large snowstorm can drop as much as 39 million tons of snow. To put that into perspective, that is the weight equivalent of about 100 Empire State Buildings falling from the sky in one event.
That's it?
I guess so. Not bad. The blizzard speed limit. Technically, a snowstorm isn't a blizzard just because there is a lot of snow. According to the National Weather Service, it only becomes a blizzard if winds exceed 35 miles per hour. And visibility is reduced to less than 1/4 of a mile for at least 3 consecutive hours. I think I don't know if we reached that or not this past week. Because snowflakes are mostly trapped air, about 90 to 95% air. Kind of crazy.
Wow.
Deep layer snow is a fantastic thermal insulator. In a severe storm, the ground underneath 10 inches of snow can be significantly warmer than the air above it, which is how some animals survive the freeze, which is also why you see like igloos or whatever else.
Animals,
if
you will.
And then finally, there was a great blizzard of 1888.
I've heard about that.
Yeah, it says like a legend, but apparently the storm remains one of the most famous in history.
Schoolhouse blizzard is what they called it.
Maybe.
I saw a reel.
It says it dumped up to 50 inches of snow on the East Coast, creating drifts as high as second-story windows, and eventually leading New York City to move its entire transit system underground, creating the first subway restaurant.
Eat fresh, yeah.
So
apparently that blizzard is called the Schoolhouse Blizzard or something because it came out of nowhere because they didn't have like weather predicting systems at the time. And kids were in school and they had to retreat into the school, but then they were trapped in the schools because of the blizzard and bad things happened after that.
So I did just search. It says...
Is it a different one?
It says, actually, those were two different massive storms that both happened in 1888.
Oh,
It said it's a common mix-up because they occurred just 2 months apart. It says the Schoolhouse Blizzard was in January 12th, 1888, in the Great Plains like Nebraska, Dakotas, etc. It said it hit suddenly on a balmy day while kids were at school, leading to a death of 235 people, mostly children. And then another nickname for it is the Children's Blizzard. And then the one that I mentioned was from March 11th to the 14th. Again, East Coast, New York, Jersey, Connecticut, Massachusetts, etc. But that's also known as the Great White Hurricane.
Wow.
So that is crazy that they both happened that closely together, which is understandable why you got mixed up.
Crazy blizzards.
Yeah. Oh, it said also on the Schoolhouse one, the temperatures plummeted to -40 Fahrenheit.
That's crazy.
Almost instantly, it says.
Almost instantly is wild.
Yeah.
-40 Fahrenheit?
Yeah.
And this is at the time where you have no weather predicting models, so you had no idea this was coming.
You thought it was a summer day, and instead it's -40.
Well, it was January 11th, but
Yeah. Maybe they would have figured it out.
They knew it was cold, but they didn't know it was going to get that cold that quick and that much snow.
Yeah,
which makes a lot of sense.
That's unfortunate, and almost as unfortunate as this joke with Jack coming at you.
Almost.
And now it's time for Jokes with Jack.
What's up? We're back with Jokes with Jack, part 100 of Jokes with Jack. I got a joke for you. Here we go. What do you call an elephant that doesn't matter? An irrelephant.
No. Bad. Bad Jack.
And now it's time for...
So Jack's jokes suck.
I saw that guy this week.
Jack does have some bad jokes. And he did have a good joke for you at one point. And he had a joke last week, which you did not hear for part 99 when I was with Joshua. But he does want you to still rate his joke.
That joke?
No. The joke I'm about to play for you from last week.
Okay, out of 10 already.
Okay. Do you want to rate this week's, though?
Yeah, 4 out of 10.
Okay, 4 out of 10. Well, here's his from last week, which you have not heard, and we'll just get into it.
Hey guys, welcome back. This is part 99 with Jokes with Jack, and I got a great joke for you. Here we go. What's the difference between an enzyme and a hormone? You can't hear an enzyme.
0. And you can't say that on the podcast. That's crazy.
And now it's time for
So Jack's jokes suck.
Unreal.
Yeah, that one caught Joshua and myself off guard.
Yeah. Mrs. Jokes with Jack, take his phone, go through the ones he has on his list, and delete all the ones like that. Unreal.
Yeah, that one was rough.
Unreal.
I was like, oh my! It took me a second last week. I'm like, oh, like
and
we
not
both.
family friendly.
I don't. Yeah, you can't say enzyme on the pod.
Yeah.
Come on, Jack.
Yeah, it's not based, wholesome, and fun for the whole family.
Yeah. So that was just something that crazily happened. I also this was like a few weeks ago, but Jack likes calling me out of the blue and everything else when we like catch up. And
He do be doing that.
why is it that when you're on a phone call with a friend or whatever else, and you're actually enjoying the conversation, like time flies, like crazy. Like we were on the phone the other day. And I looked down after we got off the call, and we were talking for like 55 minutes. I'm like, this felt like, I don't know, 20 minutes.
That always happens with my lady friends.
It's insane. Like, I don't know if that happens to you other times as well.
Oh,
But
yeah.
And same thing like if you're like driving and like you're on the phone, and all of a sudden you're like, oh, I'm home. How did I just travel 20 minutes and not even know what happened?
That's why Lindsay Reed always calls me whenever she's doing anything.
Yeah.
Because she's bored, and Daniel is getting the bacon.
Yeah.
And so then he's out providing and doing these things, and Lindsay's like, well, Shepard threw the chili on the ground, so I'm going to call Dane.
Are you one of the people who just like calls people randomly on road trips, or do you like having just your music and podcasts, etc.?
I like learning
Sorry,
podcasts
I
and things like that. That's gross.
I'm sorry.
But no, I like listening to music and podcasts, and then it really depends on where I'm going. I always listen to the informative podcast I want to listen to the most first.
Until next week podcast.
That one, yes.
Yeah.
And because I've noticed that the longer the drive, the later in the drive I get, the less focused I get.
And then you start getting drowsy a little bit with them.
A little drowsy, yeah. And whenever I was driving home from Nebraska at 2 a.m., I did not play any informative podcasts.
Yeah,
for real.
you got to go hardcore music or something.
Yeah, I did music. I did NBA podcasts. I'm just like, okay, cool. Don't really need to know this information.
Yeah, I always start with podcasts, but then if I do start getting drowsy, I got to throw on something.
I do music until I leave town or get out of town.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like I just start podcasts until I get drowsy. And if I can make it the whole way on podcasts, I'm good. But every once in a while, you're like, I got to change it up.
Yeah, you got to switch it up. I always go like podcast or music, podcast. It's always back and forth.
What kind of music podcasts do you listen to?
Mostly Mozart, Beethoven.
Yeah.
And then
discussing the theories behind their music.
And Rick Ross. Yes.
Rick Ross is crazy. But yeah, long calls, good calls, just fly by. So that was something interesting with Jack. Don't have any additional voice memos this week, but we have.
Is it time?
Well, we'll get into it. So we will have Judgmental Jake's names as part of our comments and polls, etc. First, I'll go with the polls because we haven't read off any of these responses in weeks. So I want to go through the polls from episode 159, 160, 161. Episode 159, which is relevant.
Yes.
Should we change Judgmental Jake's name? 71.4% of the vote said no, it's perfect. So people don't want it changed. But 28% of people said yes, see my suggestion in the comments, which we'll get to shortly. So most people don't want it changed. So
Okay.
We got to keep that in mind. For episode 160, our poll was, should Lindsay and Daniel move to Springfield? 100% of the vote said yes, they could join the podcast more.
Did you hear that, Lindsay?
100% of people.
100. People have spoken.
And 0% of people said no, an occasional voice memo rant is enough.
Hey, here's the thing.
First unanimous one ever?
We're in, I don't know how many countries now. And
all
so,
of them, for sure.
all of these countries.
Yeah.
So like 50 plus countries have said, Lindsay, you need to move to Springfield. And with Daniel, with sheep.
That's what that means.
And with your cat that you're not taking to the vet.
Thousands of votes. Thousands.
Billions
of votes said
50
yes.
50 countries is billions.
So just want to point that out. And then finally, from episode 161 last week, we had, could things actually be worse? And 87.5% of people said, oh, for sure. Things could be worse.
Things out for sure could be worse.
Yeah. So
We could
shout
be
out.
on fire right now.
Yeah, it could be worse.
On fire would really suck.
I mean, or
Mountain Dew could never have been invented.
Shepherd could be right here messing up our controls.
It could have been better, yeah.
Yeah.
Coffee could have never been invented. Chick-fil-A could have never been invented.
Chick-fil-A could be open on Sundays and not Christian. Mm-hmm. That would be worse.
Which would be way worse, yeah.
Yeah. So if you listen to last week's episode, that all makes sense to you. But now we have a lot of comments, and I just want to do you all justice and read all of them.
All of them.
Some of these, again, we'll be getting into Judgmental Jake's potential names, and I'll make a running tally on the side so we have them all to run through at the end.
Yes.
But this is multiple episodes worth of comments. I want to read them all for you right now.
We like reading.
So getting right into it, Elizabeth Virgil, 20 days ago, said, as someone who is in ministry, here's my encouragement to you, Dane. As hugely important as one of your big 3 events is, and again, you've already made your decision, but we're still reading it off.
Exactly.
Your best friend will hopefully only get married once. Personally, I think if it was any other event besides a wedding, you could pass. Obviously, pray about it. Also, convey to your team how sorry you are to miss it and work extra hard to get absolutely everything done that you can in the weeks leading up to not burden them if you're not going to be there that weekend, which is good advice, but you've already prayed through it and got an
that's
answer
kind
and
of
everything else.
The whole thing that was going into it
Yep.
was like all of the burden that I'm going to be placing on other people's lives
Yep.
in order to try and make this work, of which probably don't want to just empty the tank financially
Yep.
too to go out there.
Have you told him yet?
What's the next one?
Keenan A. Smith put, I also picked the Rams and the Bills in the Super Bowl. Well, Keenan, you're wrong.
Yeah, you're wrong. I would never pick the Rams
Yeah.
and Bills in the
He
Super
said,
Bowl.
I picked 4 of the 5 of the Saturday and Sunday night games correctly so far for the wild card. I picked the Steelers to beat the Texans tonight. Well, you're wrong about that too. Jack responded, if you're this good, you should be Dane's gambling guidance counselor. Next up.
No, I don't gamble
And again,
anymore.
some of these comments aren't as relevant because it's been a while, but I'm still going to read them all. Angela Birdwell had a list for Jake, so I got to write these down. Jakey Mick Jakerson.
Jakey McJakerson?
Yeah, Jakey Mick Jakerson was one of her responses. Kiki,
Kiki, do
Is the
you
next one.
love me?
Judge Judy Jake.
That's the one.
That's a good one.
Judge Judy Jake.
Judge Judy Jake. DJ Jazzy Jake.
Dang it.
And then also Jacob. Just Jacob.
Just Jacob.
Yeah, I like having a simple one also in the mix.
Jacob?
Judge Judy Jake is fire.
We should have done a bracket.
Rebecca, and we could still do a bracket. We could do something with these. Rebecca put keep it like Judgmental Jake, but there are options. We could also do Joyful Jake. We could do Jolly Jake. We could do Jacked Jake.
He is jacked.
Jiggly Jake.
Whoa, Rebecca. Rebecca, whoa.
Or Jumping Jake.
He never jumps. I've never seen him jump in my life.
Jolly, or not Jolly, Jiggly Jake is, I kind of like that one.
No, Jiggly Jake's ridiculous.
Yeah. Jack Holmgren responded on one of these comments, and he put, I honestly don't see a world where the Bears beat the Packers. Samuel. Rodgers should have won, but his defense completely failed him. Sounds familiar, Samuel. And then Samuel is a professional doom scroller.
True.
And I don't know if you saw Jack's or not for Jake.
Oh, yeah. You can't say that one on the pod.
Gyrating Jake.
That one could be his new name.
That's a good one.
The other
for
one's
sure.
a slur.
Oh, gosh. Nat put, listening to this podcast after the wild card rounds is over is a wild experience, and the joy of being a Bears fan is so rewarding.
True.
Sorry to Samuel's bracket.
I know Nat was a Bears fan.
Also, Alaskan correspondent checking in with another Manifesto question. What should I do if I'm snow blowing 18 inches of snow when the Manifesto comes on? Doesn't really fit into the category of walking or driving, to which you responded,
Oh,
you are certainly driving that snowblower, so you need to pull over with it.
yeah. You have to. You're driving the snowblower. You haven't pulled out your flamethrower yet.
Yep.
But pull over the snowblower, throw it into the lake.
Yep.
Flame throw a section off
Yep.
of the road.
Yep.
And then sit down on that section of the road.
And that's what I was going to say, too. Ali Hoopy put, my thoughts. I think Dane made the right decision on the conference versus wedding. So happy that Dane was in that predicament to make that hard decision and not me. Secret Hitler is a fire game. You would love it, Samuel. Let's go Hoosiers. We are winning that natty. And
they did.
And she did. Or they did. And then Mendoza going to the Raiders makes me want to throw up.
As
Please
it
don't.
should.
Yeah.
But it will make Patrick Mahomes' life harder. So that's what we want.
Yes. Forgot about Reiner's Jake's name.
Dang it.
Jake doesn't know what he signed up for when he asked for a new nickname. I don't know. I don't think this is a slur.
Is this the slur?
Is this the one that, that one? Is that the slur?
Yeah, you can't say that one.
Is that actually a slur?
I don't know what it is, but I've heard it in a slur way before. Type it into your search history.
Well, I did. Did you see what it means?
No.
Well,
Let me see what it means. That's interesting.
should I say it?
No.
No, okay. Well, I liked your response, Reiner, but if you want to see what Reiner's suggestion was for Jake, go
can
to
read the
episode
definition.
159 and look at his response. That's wild. And then Elizabeth jumped in again. She put, okay, several things. Interesting predictions. Sorry about your Packers, Samuel. Go Broncos. Well, sorry about your Broncos. Loved hearing Dane's boss's wisdom on the whole situation. Definitely served as a great reminder to me to how I want to be with my staff. I laughed so hard thinking of y'all chanting, "We are the best," at the end of each service. And then hope Dane serves in the 1-year-old classroom more because those stories are great.
No,
y'all
it was terrible.
Sure had some hot takes on babies.
Yeah, babies are the worst.
You showed me a picture before the podcast started of you with a baby.
I
Teach
was
them
sharing the gospel to a baby, not in my hands. She
Yeah.
was sitting on a table.
Yeah.
And I said, see, her name is Jet. I said, see, Jet, as our sin right here is increasing in us, our need for the cross increases as it goes forward.
Yes.
And so, therefore, you need to repent
Yeah.
and follow the one true King, Jesus Christ of
Yes.
Nazareth.
Got a few more comments here. Alvaro put, oof, Sammy, Dane was right. The Packers lost, the Bears lost, the Bills lost, but this pod didn't. Shout out, Alvaro.
Dang it, Alvaro.
Jack jumped in again. Yes, talk about more basketball stuff. We love your wisdom, Dane. I'm leaving and giving up not smoking in 2025.
I'm giving up smoking.
But he put, I'm leaving, giving up not smoking.
Oh, so he's going to start smoking.
I'm leaving, giving up not smoking. So giving up not smoking in 2025, he's leaving that. So he's going to start smoking?
He's going to start smoking.
Yeah, shout out. Then he put this pod is 5 stars. My 5 stars, I mean an amazing Kennecott 5-star slap, if you know what I mean, Samuel. I think Dane would like a 5-star slap.
No, I don't.
Get over here.
Yeah,
Get over
here's
here.
your 5 stars.
Yep. Reiner put again, Dane's weird superpower is being right about all NFL things except for the Cowboys being successful.
They are successful.
And then only a few more of these. Sorry for all these. Not really. Angela Birdwell put, watched Hopeless, which was Joshua Schmitz's movie. Very nice work, Joshua. We had thunder sleet in our town Saturday night. Our local meteorologist was very excited about that. Getting to listen to the pod on a snow day is very nice.
Yes.
And then Jack responded to her with, the state of Florida has elected to not receive the winter this year and will defer to the rest of America.
Florida's way too warm in the summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Dane put, Samuel censored me. I demand a public retraction, which I didn't. And I put, listen to the entire episode. And Jack put, hashtag SSS slander Samuel sin. Am I right, Alvaro?
I like how he just brings in random.
He does every
people.
time. I don't. All the time he does that.
Am I right? Am I right, Allie?
Yeah,
Am I right?
yeah. And then Keenan jumped in. When you bash Jack's jokes, he takes it to the next level. Love it.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's
Yeah.
right up Keenan's alley.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me any at all. And Jack put Michael Jordan meme, and I took that personally.
And I took it personally.
Elizabeth, once again, put always appreciate Samuel's money-saving tips. Jack put on last week's episode, I thought the title being stuck in an insane asylum was referring to Dane being stuck at Lindsay's place.
It is.
Sorry, Dana's place. Respect the patriarchy. But I guess I was wrong. But Daniel is very toxically masculine.
Samuel is
He wrote that
toxically
weird.
masculine.
And then he put happy birthday, Adolf Stalin. That's
Read.
It was hard to I couldn't read what he was writing.
It's all right. I get it. Reading's hard.
And then finally, Allie Hoopy put, it could have been worse. You could have had your co-host be stuck in Nebraska with a snowstorm, and your guest co-host could have not been recording, and you could have lost the whole podcast.
That's true.
Anyways, let's go Hoosiers! What an electric interception. I believed and never doubted. Even when it looked rough for us during that last Miami drive, Sig Natty is still smiling. Probably not.
Allie is so Indiana.
She loves the Hoosiers. The
loves
Hoosiers
herself
were
some
trash legitimately forever, and now
Yeah.
because they're good, is like, yeah,
Second most losses all time.
yeah. Which is also just insane with how
Yeah.
big that school is and everything else. It kind of reminds me a little bit of like Vanderbilt, how they've been so terrible, and now all of a sudden they're good again.
Yeah, they're medium good.
Yeah, it's amazing what some NIL money can do from doctors and surgeons
Yeah.
and everything else.
If you just buy your players, you can do a lot better.
yeah, so
That's what the Arizona coach said.
Yeah.
Arizona State.
So whether we decide to change from Judgmental Jake. If you have any other suggestions, I can add them now.
Should we do a big bracket in the future for a main segment?
We could. So we could either do that, or we could still keep him Judgmental Jake, but occasionally throw in his other suggested names.
Here's what we'll do.
Just like off topic.
We will continue to call him Judgmental Jake.
Officially, that's his official name.
Until
next week.
March.
And
where we'll have a
March
Judgmental
Madness.
Jake Madness tournament.
If you have more suggestions, send them in. We need 64 names.
We're going to do this. By we, I mean Samuel.
Yep.
And it's going to be great.
And currently, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 11 official ones. I don't think we can say Reiner's out loud.
We need 57 more. Is that we need
No.
We need playing games
64 minus 11.
We need 53 more names.
Yes. We don't need playing games.
We need
but we also have Judgmental Jake is still in there. So
yes, it'll be a 1 seed out of the Midwest region.
Yeah, we have 52 more names we need. But currently, the ones we'll put on the bracket: Jakey McJakerson, Kiki, Judge Judy Jake, DJ Jazzy Jake, Jacob, Joyful Jake, Jolly Jake, Jack Jake, Jiggly Jake, Jumpin' Jake, and Gyrating Jake, and Jake that we cannot name of Ryan.
I can't wait to go home and tell him that we're making a bracket for his nicknames for all of March.
So if you have more, please send in list. Give us more to work with. We'll have a massive Judgmental Jake. And it can be crazy, but maybe not Reiner level of crazy.
Not that crazy.
If we don't know if it's a slur or not,
if we can't read it over the air, don't send it.
And I don't think it is a slur, but also that could be a bad way to start any segment. I don't think it's racist.
Yeah, like Jewish Jake.
I'm not going to do that. Judaism Jake.
Jake?
Yep. Jerk Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, don't steal their names.
No.
Yeah.
You have to send them in. But you cannot send the ones we just sent.
Yeah.
Or, again, the potential slurs.
We don't send slurs.
Yeah, we don't want that, which is a great transition to our number one sponsor of the week, Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
Welcome to Jesus' segment here. And so, what was it? I wasn't bait and switched, but on Thursday I got asked, hey, I have a doctor's appointment coming up next week, Dane, by our young adults director. So what if we tapped you in to do the message? And I was like,
yeah,
absolutely. And he goes, listen, you can do a back pocket sermon or you can go in Ezra 3 for us, which I was like, well, I wouldn't say I have a back pocket sermon yet, but if I ever was going to write one, I've always wanted to write one over suffering. And he goes, well, I believe like you could write a really good one about it, but literally the guy who taught, or he was the guest speaker last week, who was our guest speaker last week, taught on suffering essentially, and lamenting. And so week 1 of the semester, my boss actually taught on humility in a standalone sermon. Then we did chapter 1 of Ezra. Then we did the standalone last week in for lamenting. And then so I was like, am I really going to do 3 out of 4 weeks where we're not in Ezra after we told everybody, hey, we're going to be in the book of Ezra in our series called Restoration, and then we don't do it for 3 or 4 weeks? I was like, I think we need to do chapter 3 of Ezra. The reason we're not doing chapter 2 is because chapter 2 is a list of all the... So chapter 1 is Persia, who has Babylon, has conquered the Israel people and brought them into captivity. And then God works in the heart of, I can't remember his name, hold on, of the Persian king who is named, come on, internet.
You can do it. Come on,
internet. Okay, there. Cyrus, yes, okay.
Yep.
Cyrus, king of Persia, has worked in his heart to let the people of God go, and now they're walking back to Jerusalem. And so now in chapter 2, it lists all the people who go to Jerusalem. That's the entirety of chapter 2 is just listing all these people. It's lots and lots of people. So we get to chapter 3 where they get to Jerusalem, and now what is going to happen? And so I'm going to read here in verse 1. I'm teaching on the entire chapter, and I'll breeze through this really fast. And it says, when the 7th month came and the children of Israel were in their towns, the people gathered as one man to Jerusalem. So everybody came to the same spot in Jerusalem. Then arose Jeshua, the son of Jehozadak, with the fellow priests, and Zerubbabel, the son of Shealtiel, and his kinsmen, and built the altar of God of Israel to offer burnt offerings on it, as is written in the law of Moses, the man of God. So they build an altar, and they build it exactly the way that Moses describes it previously in the Torah, which is the first 5 books of the Bible, which Moses wrote. So then verse 3 here, they set the altar in place, for fear was on them because of the peoples of the lands, and they offered burnt offerings on it, to the Lord, burnt offerings morning and evening. And so that's going to be one of the parts that I really sit down in during my message here. And so they set an altar in place, and out of fear, they start offering burnt offerings, which fear of the opposition of the people who are in the lands of Jerusalem. So they left for some 70-ish years when they were in captivity, and they come back, and now there's these peoples who have taken in the land, and they're opposing God's people here, the people of the Israelites. And so now they start offering these burnt offerings, and it says they offer it day and night, but that was also according to the law. And so I kind of sit down in this point here, and I start to come up with why are you worshiping God? Are you worshiping him out of fear? Or are you worshiping him only when things go good, only when things go bad? Like, what is your kind of story behind why you worship God? And I actually have a story for why or when this was me. So it was me whenever I was in high school, my entire high school self, I would claim and say, hey, I think there's a God. Like, why or what else is the solution? I think God's cool. Yeah, sure. Mm-hmm. And so in high school, I would go to like FCA events or going on in our school, and I would just steal their donuts. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll listen to you pray. I'll listen to a passage scripture, like a 3-minute devotional. No, as long as I can have these donuts. And so I was just kind of using God to get free donuts there. But then I would also like pray anytime I would like pitch, whenever I would play baseball, I would climb the mound and I would draw a cross on the back of the mound and I'd say, Lord, please let me have a good inning in your name I pray. Amen. Which is just using God to try and get what I want, which is to be a good baseball player, which obviously didn't happen. I get cut from the baseball team, right? And then also, I remember this one specific moment where I'm walking up the hill to go to school, and my high school girlfriend, you've probably heard me tell the story before, but she turns to me, and we're talking about something, I don't remember what it was, but she turns to me, and she says, yeah, I don't know why people believe in that God nonsense. And I remember thinking, I don't know why, but I don't agree with this, and I really don't like that she isn't even open to the idea of God. She's completely opposing God. She's saying, I don't know why people even worship God. Like, it's clearly fake is what she's saying. Like, and I don't understand, and I don't know why, but I don't like it. And come some 3 years later, like, God sends Judgmental Jake from Kansas City to Springfield to then say, hey, let's go to church. I go to this small group setting. I then hear the gospel, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to believe in God, working all the way to where I am now, where I'll be teaching this on the stage on Tuesday. And so I want to ask, like, why are you worshiping God? Are you worshiping him when things are going good, or in all things are you worshiping God? Because God doesn't want your religion. He wants relationship with you. And by religion, I mean, he doesn't want your good deeds so that good things may happen. There's not a set of rules that you need to follow in order to obtain favor from God, but rather there's a relationship with God that he desires with you and for you, and that is not going to be found by observing these set of rules just in an effort to get what you want from God. It's not a quid pro quo saying, hey, God, if I do this, you owe me this. It's, hey, God, I love you so much. You've designed the entire world to work this way, and out of obedience and love for you, I'm going to do those things. And that means like good things may come, and praise God for that. And bad things may come and praise God for that, because you're working in things and through all things to accomplish your good works and your good deeds. And so may in the highs and the lows in our lives, however we see it, may we praise the one true God, which is Yahweh. That's essentially where I'm going with this talk. And so I need to make it very longer, and 3,000 words is what I need to type.
Yep.
And so and then it gets to the end of Ezra 3 where it says they start to rebuild the temple, and it says the young people actually were rejoicing, and they were like, this is awesome. Let's sing songs of praise. This is awesome. But the old people, it specifically says the old people started weeping, because they remember what the old temple used to look like, which it was covered in gold. You could see it from forever away. It was immaculate. God's presence descended onto this temple, and now they're sitting there reminiscing on what was and how this isn't what it used to be.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. And I don't know where I'm going with that point yet. Maybe I'm going to go with, hey, are you reminiscing on how things used to be, and is that robbing you of what God's currently doing in your life?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Things like that. I don't know.
Number 2, sponsors of the week, Jake, Trust and Art, Pretty Ricky, and Reverend Banks. They're all doing their things.
Reverend Banks is going off on Facebook right now.
Yeah.
I get notifications all the time that he posts something, he replied to something. And that's whenever we talked earlier, I was like, I'm going to delete Facebook, not because of what he's posting, but because I keep getting notifications that he replied to a comment. I'm like, okay, I don't need to be notified anytime somebody posts something or replies to something. Like, only notify something when people tag me in something. That's all I want to know.
Yeah, I don't like getting notifications about everything. Which you can turn off like all notifications, but I'm just like, I don't need to see all this. I don't. Yeah. I really just care about Facebook Marketplace and
exactly. Delete Facebook.
Facebook Marketplace and Facebook groups. All I really care about. I don't really care about most other things I see on there. For the most part. Yeah. Okay, we'll finish up. Sean White, number 3, sponsor of the week.
Goat, redhead.
He is a goat redhead. I wasn't even thinking about that, but with all the snow we had, especially East Coast, which is not where we are, I guess he was in Central Park randomly. He saw Shane Gillis was in Central Park.
Dang it.
And he hopped over him with a snowboard.
Over Shane Gillis?
Yeah, they had like a hill. They built like a really small like snow ramp.
Yeah.
Shane Gillis was sitting underneath it. And Shane Gillis went down this giant hill like in Central Park. And
Shane Gillis went down or Sean?
No. Sean White
went
on a snowboard down the hill, hit the ramp, and hopped over Shane Gillis. And like the whole crowd of like snowboarders and everything else went like crazy. I'm like, this is totally like such a big move.
Man.
And then Drewski did it and just wiped out.
Dang it. I'm just kidding. Classic Drewski.
If he would have done it though, that would have been insane. But I wouldn't have trusted him to jump a thing over me.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust anybody to do anything
except for Sean White.
Yes.
Yeah, Sean White.
I'm all on Mountain Dew, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
Reach out to us. We have sweatshirts still available. So just
not true. We have until next week. Shirts available. I think larges and XLs are all we have left. Keenan, we still need to meet up so I can get you your shirt. So hit me up sometime when you're in Springfield. Also, Friday Pickleball, we already mentioned it, but Samuel 14434, use that code to get $5 off your order of at least 2 pickleball paddles at Friday Pickleball, and Dane's ministry support link is still in the bio. Keep telling your friends if you enjoy the podcast. Leave us 5 stars, and please follow us on Spotify, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram, where you can leave us a voice memo.
And happy February when you're listening to this.
Yeah, happy February, and thanks again for listening to episode 162 of the Until Next Week podcast.
Any plans for the 14th?